dealt with the impactful development of the fact that no one loves, like, no one knows her anymore. All of her friends and family have forgotten her by just forgetting about it. They basically give out 2 random lines saying, like, yeah, she's best friends with everyone again, and she doesn't actually care about that nobody remembers her. And maybe, you know what? Maybe she had massive debts in her old life. Maybe she had borrowed so much from the Rothschilds that she was about to be, like, whisked off to an island and never seen again. So maybe this was, like, a good thing for her. But either way, she doesn't give a single flying fuck. And I kind of crashed out about that because it was the one goddamn thing they did to make the story remotely interesting. And, of course, they... of course, Kuro Games makes it the most unimpactful, uninteresting element of the entire game. Kuro Games, I fucking hate you. You know, one day someone will look at these VODs, if I keep them up and don't just delete them all one day in a fit of rage, and they'll say, wow, okay, all of those parts in the video that he makes on Wuthering Waves, he wasn't lying. This motherfucker did really sit through some shit that he constantly hated just because titties were nice. And I really do think that Luno's probably got Luno's got one of the most attractive designs in the game, definitely. Like straight up, Luno's really hot. If only the story was just, you know, matched with her beauty, that would be nice. But instead, we got this. It really kind of sucks, like, how poorly they did everything. I think it would have been more interesting if they had gone down a different path. For example, like, maybe Luno shows up and Augusta doesn't trust her. Could you imagine that? Luno shows up to this, like, camp right here for, like, the final battle or whatever, and Augusta doesn't trust her at all and only trusts her through you? That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun, actually. And, like, could you imagine the pain and hurt that Luno would have, having to see the friend that she trusted with her whole life turn around and just be like, who the fuck are you? I don't trust you. That'd be great. Oh, that would be great. You'd need to probably do some minor adjustments in Augusta's characterization in the past, probably in regard to, like, trust and some stuff. Just make a little bit of indication about how people around her act. And how, like, she has never had anyone... Because, like, in this world, she wouldn't have had anyone to rely on because Luno wouldn't have been with her because they wouldn't have remembered her. So the whole thing about Augusta and Luno being close but not existing probably would have ended up with the Rover having more of an emotional connection with Augusta because Augusta comes along the first person she can trust who's not a political enemy, not some backstabbing congressman, not some goddamn noble who wants to, like, get some benefits, you know, all that kind of shit. Like, and not the whispers of the Dark Tide in the back of her mind. Like, Rover probably would have all of her trust, and then along comes Luno trying to act like, oh, you can trust me, and then she just, like, pulls back emotionally and be like, well, I don't fucking know you. See, that would be some peak drama right there. Unfortunately, Kuro Games is allergic to the idea of drama or interest. I think that's actually one of the key points here. Kuro Games fucking hates writing characters, like, in trouble or struggling with something. It's always an instantaneous flash of something. For example, Carmela or whatever, in the previous quest, part of the quest, where her random butler dies. It's like a one-off thing. Like, are we really built up with the butler? No. The butler get any, like, special real stuff? Not really. He just gets an instantaneous moment where she's like, oh, I'm looking away, and then I killed you. And then after that, it's just like, yeah, it's over. And then she mentions him once later. It's not really built up to or given, like, much time to simmer. Or, like, much intensity. Or negative element. Because it's too hard to write, perhaps. Or perhaps they just think that players don't really want to see their characters suffering emotionally in any way. They want to see everything be an external threat. Or a threat that the main character can deal with. And insofar as they do have, like, you know, troubles, those things must be solved by the Rover, and post that, yeah, it's over. For example, Luno and Augusta having a problem between each other would be a very difficult problem to tease out. You can't just, like, walk in and say, I'm gonna beat a monster and, like, make them love each other again. It just wouldn't work. So I can imagine that it's why they don't do things like that. It's just too difficult for them to write, and God, maybe they just don't have the skill. I mean, I was thinking about it as I've been, like, considering more and more about Wuthering Waves as what to talk about the scripting and what to talk about the problems that I have with some of the narrative decisions of Wuthering Waves. But yeah, it might just be that maybe Kuro Games has reached a point where they realize they're just not that good. And they just do the lowest common denominator. I know they've already said it in interviews that they vibe code rather than logic. They like it's in writing that they prioritize vibe coding these narratives in the moment to try and make a reader feel a certain way, which, you know, translates to we're making it as though we're turning the entire game into 15-minute shorts that we can put on TikTok. But the fact that they don't build up to anything is like the biggest problem I find. But it's hard to do that. It's legitimately fucking hard to write a good story. And money can't always solve that. They have a lot of fucking money, but, you know, you've got to spend it. And spending it is really hard for a lot of corpos. There are exceptions to this where, like, some companies will spend extra money on things that really do help it, but really don't gain them any returns. I think GFL 1 was a good example of that, where it, like, constantly rode the line. Like, as much as I'll dick ride GFL 1, they really were struggling with their economic situation from bit to bit. That's why people kind of say it kind of runs on hopes and dreams sometimes. And at least number 1 did. Number 2, they're very much going for a more monetized approach, which, you know, probably after living off bubblegum and ration packs from the 1950s, that makes most sense maybe for the company. But I do appreciate a better story overall. And I do believe a gacha doesn't need to have a uninteresting story. I truly believe that from Genshin to Wuthering Waves to everything else in between, for the up tier, higher level gachas and the lower and mid tier gachas where they don't have as much money but they do things differently, I believe we can all have great stories, or at least decent stories, with only a little bit of extra effort, and it wouldn't even impact the monetization. In fact, I would say it would make it better, but that apparently doesn't mean, that's not what people in these plucking companies think. China has lots of writers. It can't be hard to find one good one. Now, that's the thing. I'm of the opinion, and this is for both China and Hollywood, that good writers is a difficult thing to grab, because I believe, and this is just my position on this, a lot of writers come down to nepotism. Why do you think that Hollywood tends to make such terrible movies, or movies with such weird choices? It's because they're in their own bubble. They're in their own bubble up there, and they hire people within that bubble. This is not a matter of, oh, you made a good story or a good script, you get hired to make my next movie script. No, it's a matter of, you're my friends with my friend, or I know you, and you were impressed me personally in this specific context. We were at an orgy together, all those kinds of things. We share the same secrets, that kind of stuff. We have something in common that's like, you know, a family connection or filial connection, or I'm doing a favor for someone else. That is a lot of what happens in the uppers of Hollywood. The the kind of, like, you know, getting up on your own, like, skill happens more often in, like, jobs that, like, where that really matters. But Hollywood makes so much money and has so much money churning through it that this kind of mild corruption can really occur pretty easily without much trouble. Because even a loss of a movie, like a big old Avengers game movie, whatever, falling apart and not making that much money, it still had so much goddamn money flowing through it, and so much money is still within the area that it doesn't really matter when it comes down to it. When I think Kuro Games has a mild consideration of that, it's probably that the writers were either in-house writers from earlier who have, like, faded in their skills perhaps, or perhaps other elements of the company are making these calls from friends and family who were already connected in, or had deep connections with various characters and parts, and they're just not that good, but they still have those connections. Nepotism is a true factor when entering the field. Yeah, pretty much. And I think that Wuthering Waves has a large amount of nepotism. At least that's my opinion. Is the only way I can describe this. Because I think it's got to be a mix of nepotism And that nepotism obviously breeds incompetence, but also corporatism. Because a lot of the time, and I in my more crazier crash outs, I've discussed this in more like esoteric ways of like fucking going off the end of the pier, as it were. But it feels like corporate or budget type committees are making a few of these narrative and creative decisions. It feels like we're being held back from more interesting stories by people who are scared of the bottom line being affected. And to be honest, they're kind of right sometimes. They are kind of right. There is a truth to be said. I mean, there are gacha stories out there that if you look around, you'll hear about the recent gacha story had a character die or had a character go through some stuff and it was too much for the whales and they stopped buying on the banners. And that's the kind of story they fear. I don't think that that's, you know, wholly true, because I believe a good story would overall benefit Wuthering Waves and more gachas more. For every whale who would stop buying a cute anime girl because she suffered too much and they felt bad for her, or weren't interested because the main character wasn't a perfect hero who could save everyone all the time every day, I think there's 2 more people who stuck around and were more invested in the story who probably did spend money. It's just hard to really, you know, manifest that, because a lot of companies are more about, like, you know, stopping loss in a lot of senses, especially when they get up to a certain size. They're more about, oh, I don't want to introduce more people, I want to protect my stuff. And on top of that, we also got to look at this, Wuthering Waves of this. They can't change the past. The writing of patch 1 and patch 2 is already done. Even if patch 3, when I get there, is amazing, like the best patch you could ever imagine, like 3.0 blows me away, I'm all in, this is amazing. They still have patch 1 and 2, which, if they turn around and make patch 3 amazing, they need to acknowledge, wow, okay, patch 1 and 2 were fucking trash, or had a lot of goddamn problems. And what kind of person who is committed to the story is going to go through them? If the story develops into what I want it to be in terms of quality, great, amazing. But the truth is, I would only reach that part because of you guys. Because I'm watching this thing. Because I'm hanging out and doing it on stream. There's no reason for me to do it otherwise. And I probably would never reach the quality stuff. Even though people tell me 3.1 is really quality, I'd never really reach there. Unless it was for people pushing me along like you. Or, you know, I had my crazy idea of I want to make a video about Wuthering Waves to express my colorful opinions on the game. Also, tech leadership has a huge disdain for proper artists and writers. Yes, that's another thing that comes into it. There's the industry rivalries and things like that. As much as we want to look out from the outside, we want to look in, we want to see Wuthering Waves, we want to see Hoyoverse and whatnot, or Yostar for other ones. You want to see them as a ideal family of people working together to make the best game that they possibly can. The truth of the matter is far, far different. They have their own factions and their own corporate problems as well. You know, nepotism mixing with hatred and jealousy and rivalries and ambition. People trying to get up in those places and push other push other people down. These things happen all the time. We just hope that they can get their shit together for us to get good stories. It's just, well, sometimes we can't. And sometimes, like, Wuthering Waves is done. And I fully think this is happening. I think Wuthering Waves is purposely avoiding going too hard on the story. Having gone through it this much, and seeing how they play their story, I do honestly believe that Wuthering Waves is aiming for the lowest common denominator. And while they are aiming for that lowest common denominator of, like, you know, people who won't really care too much about the story, just want to get vibed in, that kind of thing. It means they don't have to be too complex. They don't have to take any risks with Augusta or Luno. They're always going to be your waifu. They're always going to be easy to follow. There's no complications. And, you know, going and trying for those complications, more often than not, can be much more tricky. You need to spend more time thinking, more time considering, more time talking to artists. But in the end, it's much easier to be like, oh, okay, there's an evacuation or whatever, sure, like, there's 2 guys in the background in a box. She gets, I don't know, let's just say she gets shot. But we need to have it vibe, so let's, like, have her jump through the window and shoot her, even though they pre-arranged it to be, like, you know, this is, like, a clinical approach to try and stop the dark tide type shit. Oh, okay. Just make her jump through the window. Why? Who cares? We just want the vibe there to make it feel like someone died, and, like, we'll have that impact. But then no one actually dies. Because, you know, they don't want to go that far. They're too scared. Time to write more Toxic Yuri. Well, yeah, I know people... I'm actually shocked, because I know people were telling me that Luno, and Augusta were, like, a big kind of, like, you know, people were arguing, oh, they're totally in love. But they never really came across like that to me. I would probably be interested if they did, and it would be way more interesting if they did come across as Toxic Yuri, if they did what I told you, and they actually had the whole, like, idea of she doesn't trust her anymore, and Luno's, like, having to live with the fact that, like, the one person she really likes and cares for fucking hates her, or at least is suspicious of her. I don't mind the boom camera. Neither do I. One of the lines I have in my script that I'm writing right now is basically, like, I'm quite impartial to the boobs. That's literally it. They're just I'm quite impartial to the boobs. That's my line. When I talk about the things that I like about Wuthering Waves, because it is going to be a bit of an interesting trick, the video coming up. The video, as it stands right now, it's going to be similar, but in smaller scope to a lot of the other videos I've done, but way more comedic focused. So I'm going to talk about, you know, intro, talk about a little bit of the quest, the rover, the various areas, some of the girls I like, some of the main art styles. I don't know if I'll touch on the music, the gameplay a little bit, those kind of things, but I'm going to do it in a much more comedic manner where I focus on the fun, silly things that I mentioned. However, as the video goes on, if you pay attention to the script and the video, you'll notice that I'm kind of making fun of the game a little bit, being a little meaner to the game, until eventually I just kind of stop the charade and just change into, like, hello, I'm gonna tell you how fucking bad this game is. Because there are parts of me, and I think there's lots of things to say that are kind of positive about the game from certain perspectives. It's just the things that I don't stress that much. The closest they get is things like the titties. Like, I mention at length, well, not at length, I'll mention pretty consistently, oh yeah, the gameplay's great, guys. I really do like it, and I think it is. It's just that gameplay doesn't really make a game for me. I know that's stupid, because gameplay really should matter more. But for me, especially when I'm playing a gacha game that is taking up so much of my fucking time, I have so many options. And the gameplay is very similar. Even if Wuthering Waves is 30% better than its nearest rival, it's 30% better than fucking Genshin Impact's gameplay. If they don't have the better story, I'm kind of just sitting here going, why the fuck should I bother? There's so many anime JRPG free-to-plays out there. It is getting silly, and I think that the next fucking hill needs to really be story more than anything. You're always going to have your hardliners in a gacha game that love the story no matter what, but you really need to fucking lock in on the story more than anything, I find. Because you can make sexy anime girls a dime a fucking dozen. You can take off some of their outer clothes and show off their tits and put in the jiggle physics and go all in and have trailers where they're eating cherries and looking at you and licking their lips and whatnot. But in the fucking end of the day, two sets of artists and animators can get pretty fucking similar and close to each other in that skill level. Writing is much fucking harder to do and has a much longer and harder to pick out return, which I think is the ultimate definer between these games. You can have great sexy girls, you can have similar combat, you know, mix and match your elements and blood and shit like that. But in the end of the day, if everyone's gonna go down the same goddamn path, each trying to get the same fucking niche, the one that'll come out on top is the one with the good narrative. And I mean that from the start going forward. And if you want good gameplay, there's so many good games with great gameplay and good story. If you want some to invest more than a couple of hours, you need great story and great gameplay. Yes, that's correct. There are games out there, single like play games. Like, you know, we played fucking goddamn Resident Evil 4 the other week. When we were playing Resident Evil 4, that's a great game with great story and great, you know, gameplay. Great shit. Like, it's And, you know, before that, Metro 2033. Definitely not Exodus. Fuck Exodus. But, and when it comes to Genshin and, you know, WuWa and stuff like this, like these kind of games, they are going for a specific vibe, which is the JRPG vibe. And even then, they're getting mogged by actual JRPGs. Because JRPGs exist. And they are great. And their gameplay is also pretty fucking good. For the most part. I mean, there's turn-based ones and there's not turn-based ones. But their stories are almost universally better than gacha games. Even though gacha games are pretty good at doing some elements of story. I find that gacha games, Wuthering Waves has really failed in this, but I find some gacha games in general have a great job of character designing and then developing those characters very slowly and carefully. It's a problem where they don't have the ability to then use those characters in more interesting ways and more risky ways in terms of like developing them and, you know, putting them through the ringer. But the truth is that gacha games do have a lot of leeway in developing those characters in interesting ways. It's just they always fall apart. I'd say there are some out there with really good story and gameplay mixed together. For example, very much initially, although I know later on it had some problems with Star Rail. Star Rail's turn-based gameplay system is probably one of the best turn-based kind of gacha gamey JRPG rip-off kind of thing. And I say that with the full knowledge that yes, the average story to moment story gameplay of Star Rail is relatively easy. You know, it doesn't have too much difficulty as long as you've got built characters. The boss battles give you a little bit of trouble, but that's about it. But it's the length that you can go to and the intricacies of their gameplay outside of that really show off. And Wuthering Waves have similar for its more Genshin-oriented gameplay. And it's just to show that gameplay can, you know, surpass the original and can still be decent. It's just you got to have that story as well. I mean, I feel like I'm getting off track, but pretty much. That reminds me something I read about Azur developing its story after the fan service. See, I think that fan service is a very useful thing to go hand in hand with developing interest and love of a character. I mean, let's not kid around. Let's not fuck around here. Like, being cute and attractive does make a character more likely to stick in your mind, someone more likely for you to care about, and in my experience, like for example, Luno, as much as Luno's quest has been fucking trash, I really like her. And that's just part of the nature of that is she's very attractive. Very, very attractive. Her smile is really nice. Like the cute twin tail hair. Like she's very and like shit. And she's wearing fucking like her underwear out there. Like what the hell, man? But that's 10 out of 10. A bit of fan service can go a long way in developing someone's initial interest for a character, and then playing on those elements can really help as well. But you need to have more than just that. I understand. I think that the lost art that WuWa has is the extra bit of logic, the extra bit of risk, the extra bit of depth that really just doesn't show up. Hey there, Arctic. We're just hanging out and once again critically discussing Luno's cup size. Like, look at those boobies. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. I find them be pretty decent. Pretty decent titties. Now that you mention her name, what's the mystery to be solved in this live stream? Wait. His name? Wait, what? What's the mystery? What's the mystery? What? What? The devs should let me take control of Wuthering Waves IP. I can be trusted with the Wuthering Waves. You know what? I'd probably risk it if I was the person in charge. But if I was the person in charge, it wouldn't have got this bad. Dude, those tits can fit in my hands. They're perfect size. Yeah, I mean, there's some discussion about the perfect size breast that we can have. Like, male sitting, this is like high school. We're sitting at the table discussing, the size of the titties that can fit in hands. I feel like, there is a limit. Obviously, like, body fat comes into it more, and we don't have to discuss that in games like this. Like, for example, I think Augusta's got bigger titties. Yeah, she's got bigger titties. I think I'm okay with every size, is my opinion on this. Having the hands to cup the titties definitely helps. And I think that you know, it's a very appealing element. But I feel like just because it's, you know, going down to A cup angst, going up to super double Ds, I'm pretty like, you know, enlightened, I would say, to be able to grab all. But I do prefer a bit of something to grab onto. As much as fucking Lever from Girls Frontline would really like punch me in the face for her absolute washboard. But you know what? Just like a desert, there's not a lot of things there, but it's extremely hot. So don't worry, Lever. The Ump sisters are still hot, or at least one of them, because, you know, obviously her sister is extraordinarily endowed. Well, not extraordinarily. Listen, as long as Morning Glory Milking Farm exists, us talking about tits is more than fine. Oh, of course, 100%, 100%. Morning Glory Milking Farm exists as a counterbalance to anything. The male men can sit in like on a table. What's the meme? You know, the what's that? The lunch school table where all of the men are sitting discussing the finer points of like, let me just discuss here. Why are feet attractive to some people? And we're just like, We're just sitting there like, let's not throw off. Let's not like start with the insults. Let's discuss this as, you know, reasonable men talking about some reasons. It's like, why do people like feet? And then someone comes in and says, this is where it gets complicated. They'll be like, so they start going like, well, why do people like feet? And then someone goes, maybe it's because they're hidden. And then someone else steps in and go, wait a minute. Are we talking about feet though? Or are we talking about animated feet? Because there is a difference. And then everyone gets into discussions. Now that's where it goes. Because I would argue this is like, you can like anime girl feet. Like let's look at Luna. Luna's got like her feet out. Wait. Luna's got her feet out. Luna, get up on the table. There we go. Thank you, Luna. Ah! Fuck! There. Luna's got her feet out. I can't actually zoom in on her feet. Damn. And they do have a lot of animations with her feet. Very cute. Nice feet. I mean, I'm not a foot person, really. Even though I'm a sock. Surprising. I know. I'm out of character. But, I feel like there's a difference between super anime girl feet, where they live in an idealized world where everything is perfect, versus some random girl's feet that have been sweating in socks all day. And I suppose that's the difference between a true fetishist and a true person who's into feet. You know, well, true fetishist and someone who's just like admiring some well-animated toes. Good lord, she's breaking her foot there. Holy fuck. Good Luna, you're gonna hurt yourself, man. Jesus Christ. Yes. I'm quite happy with our discussion on the matter of feet. But anime girls in general are ridiculously over the top. But yes, I don't think there's any... I think Wuthering Waves is probably a little bit more... See, look at those feet. Wuthering Waves is a little bit more... No, not... I guess compared to some... Jesus Christ. Compared to some shows and some gacha games, Wuthering Waves is a little bit more, like, focused on... I wouldn't say modesty, but they don't go as far. For example, you know, there's always your brown dust 2s and stuff like that. But they still do a great job. And I'm, of course, anyone who says, oh, no, where's my mod to make Luno naked? No, I think she'd be less attractive naked. She'd be way less attractive naked. 100%. And if you disagree with that, you're an idiot. Look at her in the mirror. Look at her, she's so cute. Should it be an Aero game? You're probably right. Like, I believe there are gacha game Aero games out there, but they're usually like absolute trash. I've never actually looked into them. Yeah, Luno being in a goddamn hentai game, or the game being a hentai game, would probably be pretty peak. Like, her design is great, but there is something to be said about not going in that direction, because how can you have your, like, from a narrative perspective, this is my brain in a narrative perspective, man. Like, you can't really have your endless waifus, right? You gotta have your endless waifus, your Augustas and your Lunos and your Catarellas and whatnot, and Carthias. You can't have them all kind of having their romance confirmed. So I guess, and then kind of like, So it ends up being that gacha games are endless edging. It's almost like gacha games exist purely for the fertile minds of hentai writers and doujin artists. Like, they never really cross the lines into those territories, and I think that's part of the appeal of like the chase that they're trying to go for. It was her bird that we saw earlier. Yeah. Okay, but the cloth is affected by things like the rain outside. I don't think it is. I don't think they're that deep. I think some games are that deep, but I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, we are officially in the rain. Well, it's getting rained on. I don't think it looks any glisteny, but you know, her teddies are getting attacked by like an army of rain. Maybe actually, her hair, it's giving her a little like, you know, rain effects, but I wouldn't say it's glossy or like stick into her body or anything. Obviously, gacha games don't have any sort of knowledge or understanding or care for like concepts of, hey, what about, you know, getting a cold? Would you get a cold? Damn, Luna's got so many fucking... Good lord, Luna has so many of these. What most gacha games do is like K-pop idol shit with virtual women. Yeah. Sorry. Damn. Did she just get... Wait a minute, did she like suddenly get a black skirt? Like... Oh no, she's always had the black skirt. It's just the part that I didn't see because usually she's not moving her body that way. Fair enough. For a second there I was like, what the fuck? Did they just magically give her a black skirt to hide her ass? No. She always had that. But you are right that it's kind of like K-pop idol women stuff. So they can never change, never develop. It's one of the negative parts because I really like Luna. I think she's gorgeous and great. Why can't they put her in any interesting circumstance? Why can't I have a fun story or an interesting story with her? Like, the reason I say, you know, oftentimes people say, oh, it's Anime Detective. He loves these anime girls suffering. Man, get ready. Whatever he's going to review, it's going to be like crying anime girls. It's because I like seeing characters put through the ringer, but also through, like, a story. If I just wanted to look at cute girls, I'd just fucking hire artists all day to draw me the ideal fetishized woman in my brain, and then just sit and stare at the pictures all day. And I suppose that's... I want more from my shows and my games, even though I acknowledge that gacha games live in a world where those elements that I really like are much more rarer, even though I know they do and can exist. And I acknowledge that I'm like barking up the wrong tree really when it comes to it. I still want those things, and I want to praise games that do those things. Although, to be fair, even with games and stuff, WuWa is way off the mark even before the concept of fucking having any sort of suffering or interesting kind of development with their characters. Even just at the basic level of making, doing some interesting storytelling that doesn't fall apart upon second viewing is, you know, that's already a difficulty for them. Luno seems to be Dev's favorite. Need to head to bed. Take care, man. Hey, thanks, man. Have a good sleep. Go to bed. Have a good snooze. Luno could be a favorite. Like, Dev favorites exist for a lot of different characters and stuff. For a variety of games, Dev favorites, you know, because devs design, some devs or artists design go, I love this girl. And, you know, that impacts how they write the story for that particular character and stuff like that. But I feel that in Wuthering Waves, while they might like the character, it feels very cold. And by cold, I mean, it feels like they like them in a, oh, she's cute way. Or, oh, the people will buy her kind of way. Not in a, this is a character we want to develop and have interesting. She never seems to be, because, like, that's why she didn't have any trouble with the fact that everyone lost their memories of her. This girl here should have been breaking down, blubbering, and crying in her arms. I'm not kidding. I know that sounds cruel, but after her death and come back, where we literally save her from the fucking existence, and did everything for her, she should come back, she should put on a brave face and be like, yeah, I can do it. I just have to bring back all, we can work all together. And then she should have been breaking down as she admits that she's not actually, she breaking down as she admits that she's not actually happy, that it's a difficult world she's in, that losing out on all of her connections to all these other people has totally fucked her brain, and she's in a troubled situation. But they don't do that. They just kind of like fuck around and be like, wow, look at our pretty little doll. I put a dress on her. Look, she's so cute, everyone. She's not a real character in their mind. She's a fucking Barbie, which is really depressing. She's the dev's favorite doll, not the favorite character. I don't think they, yeah, you're right, but I don't think they have a favorite character. That's another part. Wuthering Waves, none of the characters that have had like development and focus don't strike me as though that anyone wrote really passionately for them. No one wrote really passionately for any of these characters. It feels like they were all just kind of shat out from, you know, a group thinking session, and the most passion that anyone gets for them is their artists who clearly cared. I mean, whoever drew Luno really fucking cared, because Luno is like super sex symbol, but that's it. That's the only person that cared. They were born by an artist, and then no one else really gave a shit. You gotta feel bad for her. Damn, look at that. Oh, damn! Sorry. Good lord. This is the hard hitting shit you come to the detective channel for. Gooning over a free gacha game's titties as they bounce. But I do think that I do feel bad and sorrowful for Luna. And a lot of the other characters that kind of get shafted, despite really having some of the most attractive and interesting designs, interesting character ideas at the very least, conceptually ideas that are just not followed up on or not really expanded on in any interesting or developed way. I put it in my, I think it's a part in my script that I'm writing, and I say it like this. I say, gorgeous characters made by brilliant artists, copy-pasted into a world made by talented map designers, and with dialogue written by overworked, unpaid corporate interns, and quest scripts written by budget committees whose favorite color is gray by committee vote, and whose overall narrative direction is made by the only man in existence who could be consistently mogged by ChatGPT. If they said vibe coded, the story is likely uses AI part of the story. Well, no, I've used the word vibe coded, I must admit. I don't think they've said it. Has AI been used? I believe it has been, but mostly for art assets. I honestly think an AI would have done a better story. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I know I've made, like, mean assumptions about, like, they should use AI, it's better. I honestly think if Wuthering Waves was AI was used by, like, a dev to make the story for Wuthering Waves, it would be better. I'm not even kidding. If an AI generated the narratives, there would be less inconsistencies, there would be way more interesting stuff, and they could easily, through a handful of like various generations for Luno or any of their quests, to say, oh, what can we do? You need to make sure that by the end Luno's happy, but like, you know, let's have some stuff happen that makes her sad and is fun and interesting. And like they probably have something regurgitated by that fucking AI that is better than all this. Yeah, true. Yeah. Keep the story consistent with past episodes. Write the following. Yep. That's the fucking line they needed. And while, yeah, the AI might have some hiccups, they are fucking gonna be slim and tiny compared to the hiccups that happen in this. Wuthering Waves is, for better or worse, a human error. It is a series of human errors. So say what you will, I don't feel like it's really that machine translated, at least when it comes to the story. There's probably some other AI and various other coding and whatnot parts of the story, or design or art parts of the story. But when it comes to the narrative, it is very clear to me that it is human greed and laziness and disinterest in this story outside of its profitability for certain metrics as a company that have been focused on. Everything else has been just abandoned. The story lacks so much. Anyway, enough about complaining about Wuthering Waves. Let's actually play the game and complain about it some more. Ah, that was quick. Oh, hey there, Lupa. Ah. Bum. I like the Lupas here. I actually like Lupa a lot. Oh, thanks, Lupa. Oh god, let's fight the randoms. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk. Go, Luno. Activate whatever that is. Yay. Man, the way she opens her legs as she spins, good lord, it's got my brain churning. I gotta admit it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna say that girl's on some yoga that my brain just can't stop thinking about the implications. Call me a gooner all you want. Oh, hey there, my dog girl. See, look at that feet. Look at that feet shit. They know what they were doing. And she uses her feet to fire a goddamn, what the hell? I didn't even know what happened there. Oh, that's right. She goes onto the wall or whatever. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Back under here. Yeah, fuck you. You're now under here. Or at least I am. Get stabbed. Die. Oh my god, they're targeting the anchor obelisks. Yeah, I just gotta go, yeah, let me go save the day. Bonk. Look at me go. Wait. Oh, now it's just me. No, Luno! I wanted to see Luno again. She's the hot one. Oh, no. I like playing as Luno. She was hot. Fine. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Kill me. How many are there? Okay, I'm gonna kill this big guy. He keeps fucking bullshit. Stop it. Get back here. Stop fighting that thing. It's mine. There we go. Screw you. Get out of here. Get away from my big glowy rock. I will defeat you, big glowy rock enemies. Die. We're doing alright. Me and my new purple-haired wife and her dragon friend. We're doing good. Hi. Wait, where do we go now? Oh, cutscene? Oh my god! Oh, I thought it was something else. Oh, she's back now. And they're on dogs and like griffins and shit. They should have like more intense music in some of these things. I've always wondered that. Wuthering Waves can sometimes fuck up with the music in these kind of scenes. Like and you know what? I think like they should go like Lord of the Rings logic. Even though they don't show me too much of the battle here when I'm fighting and whatnot. This is what I always think. They should have fog appear around and like make it a fog corridor type thing so I can't just go off the rails. And then have in the distance like constantly people fighting. Maybe it's just like an engine problem. Maybe they could make it like imagery or just sounds of fighting in the distance and screams and fog and stuff. Fog used to be used as a way to showcase that the draw distance was reduced. And they could reduce the draw distance and turn this area into an instance, I don't know, or some bullshit. I'm not like a game designer. But the idea being that you get more of a vibe, that the whole thing is filled with lots of enemies and stuff. That would be kind of cool. I think I'd appreciate that more. Also, you know what's been on my mind lately? Why the fuck does the Jade Tech area in the first chapter have tanks and never use them? The music is too slow and mellow for battle. Yeah, it is. It's very... See, this is the kind of thing where I kind of feel like that's where the whole idea of, like, the story's kind of let down. Yeah, they have tanks. Okay, not this, guys. To be fair to this, this island nation of loopers and stuff, they've done a decent job of showing off what they do have, even though I would say, yeah, maybe the battles could be done a little better, and like the music, and there could be like some background stuff. And for example, there could be lightning going on in the background. We could hear in the distance people, like, just distant battle sounds of like metal on metal. You could hear like people screaming and fighting, and maybe when we're in the battle, you see distant like burning fires and like silhouettes and smoke is coming up. You know, give that vibe that you're actually in a war. But no, the first area with the Jade Tech City place that can see the future, you know, your Jade Tech China allegory, they fucking had tanks. They had tanks and heavy machine guns and guns. When you fight with them in the final battle in that area, what do you think they do? They charge with pointy spears. Literally. I was so shocked. This is back before I was streaming it, so you won't be able to see it if you go back to the VODs. But when I was playing it, they had the final battle in an area. There was like, they're attacking the gate, hold the gate. And a whole bunch of guys with spears are fighting enemies and stuff. And you just turn around, just sitting there in the environment is a tank. And then just behind that, some heavy machine guns. Do they use them? Nope. And this is not a broken tank, like, environmentally. No, this is clearly a functional tank made by the city-state, the technologically advanced city-state, and they just don't use it. And it boggles my mind. And that was my first experience, really, that shows me that Wuthering Waves has a problem in the writing department. Because there is such a disconnect between the characters, so the art of the world and then the story narrative. Why the fuck was the artist who made and designed all of the city, designed all these cool things for it, just kind of made fucking heavy weapons and tanks to be like, wow, look how advanced these guys are. And then the narrative just said, oh, they just attack with a bunch of pinpricks and spears. It makes no fucking sense. Like, the artist, at the very least, should not have included those tanks. But they did. And that's the kind of shit that early on really showed me that Wuthering Waves wasn't really trying. And to be fair to Wuthering Waves, everyone knows how notoriously bad the first patch was. And it was so much worse. Right now, you know how I'm complaining about like characters a little bit in dialogue and stuff? For the most part, from patch 2.0 onwards, the dialogue is way better. In patch 1, characters didn't feel like characters. They felt like walking like fleshlights. And I mean that in the most disgusting way possible. Every single response that a character would have to the rover saying hello went along the lines of, oh my god, you're so special, oh, I love you so much, oh, I as a character, as a cute girl, would like to take you on a date and we would be my best friend forever, I love you so much, I would never leave you, by the way, we met 10 minutes ago. That was literally every single fucking character in fucking patch 1. I'm not even kidding to you. Go back and have a look at patch 1, and that's how every single named character meets you and reacts to you. They all just want to suck your cock for no reason. It's like over the top. Now, I know that's the standard. Even Lupa was really into you at the start. But they really, really had bad fucking dialogue and bad approaches. It was like rushed as all hell. And I can see that. And that kind of bled over into the art as well. As much as I complain about 2.0, the thing you need to know is that 2.0 is a massive fucking improvement over 1.0. Damn. True, they should have used big weapons and vehicles. They should have. They have tanks and machine guns and don't have them fire in like a Last Stand banner like Space Marines. Yeah, they don't. What they should have done, if they wanted to use the spears, they should have had the tanks. Now, this is just me, like, because, like, back then I complained as well. They should have done the same thing I was mentioning here, you know, have some smoke, have some, like, fire, make it seem like it's a scary place. They've done something similar even with Lupa when they had, like, the battle scene where, like, you're going through the big fiery area in one of her memories. But what you'd have is you'd have the tanks sitting back. Sure, they're outside of the field and they're not firing on the monsters. They're firing over you. Like they've got like you just see the tanks like sitting there and occasionally like turning their turrets and just going bonk and firing. And in the distance you see like a flash and explosion and adds to the cacophony. And maybe the heavy machine guns are firing over your head. And you and the guys with the spears or whatever, I need to hold the line with the melee characters. Even though it doesn't make sense that melee characters would exist in the world, I don't care if you go that far. What I'm trying to say is, don't fucking show me a tank and then don't use the goddamn tank. You know? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Gun lances, lances that are guns and shit. Yeah, like they should have integrated the coolness of that. If they had even used the tanks in that one scene, I would have probably been way more positive about it because it would have just been a nice standout moment. What's this? Hey, can you tell my GF to lift me out of my time out caught? Okay, you sound like a fucking... You're on drugs. Good luck with that. I can't save you. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, friend. But yeah, gun lances and stuff, they should have put more effort in. It's just a lot more effort they should have done. Just a way fucking more effort. It really pisses me off how lazy they were in 1. And 2 was an improvement, but not by much. Alright, we're gonna fight for more of this bullshit. Go, Gladiator! Luna, why are you using your hands? Use your feet to pull that damn shit. Well, yeah, because there's evil villains and shit. You know, I think Leviathan actually knows, like, can see see what I can see, so I'm probably, like, indirectly cheating and just showing them all, like, yeah, go here and, like, blow these up. Although, to be fair, the fucking goddamn evil black goo monsters are really goddamn stupid, which is probably the worst part of everything. Yeah, they can fire into the fog where monsters crawl out of, and we have to kill the ones that break out. Yeah. I think there's just a lot of failures on the part of artists. Okay, and I say the Wuthering Waves generally gets cutscenes and stuff right, and the art and the overall design's really right. But there are parts like this, especially with war and intensity and battles, where the creative team falls apart where they're usually good. For example, soft fucking trumpet music. This sounds like the build-up music you'd have to like a scary part or a war that's coming, not the middle of a fucking battle. And then on top of that, they have like the battle scenes never really kind of feel like they are the size that they are. They always feel like small and contained. Alright, we're going to offend it, brother. Get him. Look at that music. Like, yeah, that guy just fucking died. Where's the sad, like, final stand music? Or, like, this is a difficult situation music. Like, wow, she's about to use an attack that might fucking ruin the array, right? What's the music doing? Fuck all. Fuck all is what it's doing. It's testing me to see if I trade lives for victory. See, and this is another thing. Okay, it's testing me, seeing if I'll trade lives for victory. This feels like something they thought up on the spot. How about, if Augusta wants to have a thing about this, why don't we include earlier in the story, not like 5 minutes ago, not 2 minutes ago, but maybe entire quests ago, this idea that Augusta has in her mind about being a leader, and she's always out on the front, and she's always being like, I'm the one who risks my life. But then when it comes to this moment, or moments like this that are previous, she's always wondering, would I be prepared as a leader? Like, maybe she says something to you, like, it's so much easier being the hero. As the Emperor, I don't need to just win wars, I need to sacrifice and decide where the blood spills. I need to make choices knowing that lines of soldiers will fall and die in those areas. I need to sacrifice entire brigades so that further forces might achieve their objectives. And then, like, that make it a thing about it. No, you don't even have to go that deep. You can have, like, 5 or 6 lines and, like, a slow emotional moment spread out between now and maybe 2 quests ago. And this line now, as she prepares to use this to say, like, as in saying, like, are you saying whether or not I have the willingness to go through with this? Then we'd fucking have a moment. But Wuthering Waves doesn't think that far back. They think in instances of 15 minutes. And those 15 minutes mean that, hey, they made this up at the writer's room. That sounds great. Slap it in. It's like the music for a shadowy backroom dealings. Yeah, that's a good one too. Like, are you about to be like, yeah, man, you got the money? You got the money? I'm gonna sell you my stuff. But, you know, I mean, I've talked about it at length. I'm just pulling up this one line because it's a great line out of context. And it's what Wuthering Waves really fails at. Really building up these really nice lines. When you think about these lines, and this is why you design your story ahead of time, Wuthering Waves. You don't do it in 15-minute fucking chunks. You design your story, and then, after you've made your story, and you've looked at it, and you're like, okay, how do we make this all fit and flow together? You don't just go through a fucking series of little chunks and slap them together. No, everything must flow together. Links together. Like, why does the character act like this? Why is she feeling like this? How can we, like, bring this into the focus? Luno feeling like this, or Augusta having this problem with this, or emotionally like no, they just go, at the moment, in this instance, I feel like putting this in here because it shows that Augusta's a leader and she wants to, like, be like, I'm a hero, I can overcome trading lives as a leader, or some bullshit. They just throw it in there. Now, occasionally, they do some effort and they do surprise me, but it's because the bar that I have for Wuthering Waves is so fucking low. Wow, look at this. There's not even action sounds. Where's the sound of like swords and like being like hit and stuff? Like, just there's no like fucking intensity. Wow, look how, like, and look, they're doing a slowdown thing. If only we had more fighters. Drivers, like, this is like supposed to be the peak of the problem, right? You should probably stream this game like 2 hours earlier to keep up with all the crash out. What do you mean? Like, yeah, as in everyone else needs to go to bed or whatever? I actually kind of just stream at this point because I figured that it was the afternoon for Americans, but also early morning for me, but not that early morning that I'm gonna like wake up the fucking neighbors by crashing out. Because I start streaming around 7 a.m. my time. But for all of y'all, I don't know, fuck, I think it's like midday-ish? Or something like that for Americans. Because I know that or midday or maybe later afternoon or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's 7 a.m. for me. 11 p.m. here. Ah, see, this is the problem. I have quite a diverse group of viewers. I do admit. 11 p.m. I think that's American midnight here. Damn. Maybe I should start it. Well, I do it as early as I can because I wanted to, because like I mean, I wanted to hit American time zones where I figured most people that, according to my channel metrics, most people who watched me on YouTube were from America. So I was like, fuck it, we'll just hit American times. But yeah, it's quite early here. Going any earlier, I probably could do it, but it's a little bit like, you know, I don't want to wake up the neighbors and get a fucking complaint. It is why I do it as only at 7, really. I know it sucks for a lot of you guys, because I know like some of you like freaking Arctic before he's like, I'm gonna go off work. It does suck. And I've always wondered and considered maybe I could make like a list of everyone to tell me when their times are, but at the end of the day, I think it's not really something I can fully do much for. For example, I can't get up that much earlier. I mean, I could stream in the evenings maybe, but you know, it's hard to make those positions. Like maybe my evenings could be better for all of you. But anyway, like we said, Rover right here, this is like the slow down music. This is the high intensity combat time where we've gone and we've fought and we're losing. This is the final moment. It's slowing down time. Oh no, if only we had more fighters. Speaking of midnight after sleep. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I'm so alone. I'll live with the lurkers. Oh my god, it's a butterfly. Ah, it's the fucking pirate. Colgate. It's Colgate. Oh. Yeah, of course. Of course. This is one of those moments where all of the yeah. This is because, like most of these things, like we all have to get together for the final battle. She was barely in the main story at all. Phoebe, poor Phoebe for barely in anything as well. But they were like 4-star characters on the side for the most part. Everyone's here. It's the Avengers, guys. It's the Avengers of the patch. See, this would be way more impactful. If my idea that both islands were at war were a thing, this would be way more intense. Could you imagine? Like, if I was dealing between the two islands that were at war with each other and we got to this point where, like, they're all coming together like this in, like, a fight against a greater enemy. And it's like, hey, you guys, you've been killing each other for hundreds of years before I came along. And then here I am, and we're all actually on the same side to, like, some final battle or whatever. That would be way better. Fuck me, man. Fair enough, token gentrified pirate. Feels bad for you, mister. You're like the one man in this entire fucking arc. Legitimately, the one man. There's no other men. There's no other male rollable characters in this arc except for this guy. And he's a clown. Or a pirate. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, of course she shows up. Yeah, naturally. Everyone's here to show off how cool they look. See, it'd be way cooler. Hey, even this new music they have, it's there would be way more cooler. It'd be way more cooler if they had a whole bunch of cool shit, like like it's just like tension between them that it was overcome through war, and all of these characters were originally like on the battlefield either hating each other or fighting each other, and like all of their problems have been overcome or defeated through various like parts of the different quests to the point where they're able to work together in a final war about this to save both of their cities. Like, there's something to be said about that. It might be simple, but come on. Also, the music is, again, just like fucking, again, drums and marching music that is, again, build-up music. Lupa with the hot smile once again, though, I will say. I love you, Lupa! Lupa! What's going on? Hey, Lupa, what's going on? Were you hanging out? What's going on, Luke? What's up, Luke? Ah! Come back, Luke! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they don't have... They're not the biggest friends of the church, are they? But they really didn't... They're going all this stuff of like the gladiators talking about, oh my god, this is the family from afar and stuff. And like, oh, they're not monstrous. You know, the problem is they never really showed that off. It was always told to me. They were always like, oh yeah, the Monterey family was so dangerous. And then they just kind of completely forgot all about that. So all of this kind of background knowledge is though, oh my god, they're all coming together. It's like, no one give a fuck. The two islands never really hated each other in this world. Like, at most, you would be like that if it was Raguna's two, like, mafia families working together. But it doesn't work with the Septimons. At most, it comes down to maybe the church, because they don't have their own church here. But even that is really mid. It's not like I've seen much. I didn't see like the church invade at one point. I didn't see them fight against the church, which is why I'm telling you, there should have been a fucking war between these two nations. Those kind of things would look way better if there was a goddamn war. They would be like, fuck, I'm fighting alongside the people I once goddamn feared and wanted and trained to kill. But, like, fuck, having it on my side is a lot better. Yo, shit like that. But they don't. Because it's just, they want to do the easy way. It's always the easy fucking way. Alright, come on. What's the next in this parade that I need to complain about? Forgive me, my computer's probably slow, so it's taking some while to load up. Fucking cutscene. Oh god, they're coming. Oh look, they got like, there's fucking Tyranids. Oh god. They got like little dragons and shit. Well, yeah, I mean, like, these things are kind of made from mud, aren't they? You guys should use tactical nukes. I'm gonna say it right now. Just nuke the place. It'd be great. Oh, look, it's the dinosaur. And it's the girl with the double-barrel shotguns. Sawn off double-barrel shotguns. Her fucking wrist is so shattered from all of that shit. Oh my god, it's the now is the time. All right, that's right. They're doing the plot while I don't, because the big demon monster can see through my eyes or whatever. She's gonna jump into the hole. Oh my god, she's gonna hunt the theater. Oh, I'm so shocked. The dark tide will retreat to defend. That's why you guys steal the end. Great. Yeah. The dark tide spawn retreats to defend whatever you've made. That's when you seal the anti-corruption ward that is just now randomly here. Do you guys remember them talking about the anti-corruption ward? Do you guys remember that? Do you remember the powerful ward that apparently could just seal off the dark tide? Yeah, I remember them talking directly about that. That's real intense storytelling. Thanks, Wuthering Waves. I really do recall the heavy, intense moment where you clearly stated out all of these logical things. It wouldn't be that you just threw it at me, right? You would never. I mean, nah, she's fine. She's like a fucking mutant or whatever. Yeah, it's an entrance to the fucking sanctuary. Honestly, I really would have preferred that the Leviathan and like the Dark Tide and all that bullshit were like one more interesting entity. God damn, it's so boring with just like evil thing wants to be evil. Yeah. It made its little heaven in there. Oh my god. She's so random. This girl should have been involved way earlier. Honestly, thinking about it more like strategically, I know this. She should have been a character introduced probably at the start of the whole Raguna story as someone who's like acting in the shadows that we don't know what she's doing and we can't really know if we should trust her or not because we see her using Dark Tide powers. Instead, she just kind of gets slupped in here as like a plot device. So yeah, so all of it See, that's how I can't. That's the reason I can't take it fucking fair. Like, legitimately, you're just telling me, oh yeah, every single one of its evil plots failed, and now we can just kill it. It just seemed like such a weak entity. At the same time, I'm not asking you to say it's all Kei Kakudori and all of its plans were literally the same, but like, come on, man. Put some effort into making it scary. You can have a pure evil monster, like a pure evil entity that you're your enemy. That's totally fine. I'm not a believer in that everything needs to have like a silver lining of like, oh, it's an understandable evil. No, but you need to still write it interestingly and threateningly. You can have like true fucking evil be interesting. True, like, you know, like lovingly, like all in there, like, fuck it, I love my cruelty, I'm gonna kick puppies. We can still have cool, interesting kicking puppy entities. They don't have to be like, I am only kicking puppies because I need to pay for the orphanage that my parents left me at, and all my other friends, and the only way I could do it is by enrolling myself in the puppy kicking competition. Like, fuck off. Like, you can do things with pure evil. Or at least, like, just a straight up negative force that have no true redeeming qualities. Oh my god, yeah, it's gonna bring its evil down, sure. Paradise won't fall apart if we do reshoot. Well, that's why you jump in the goddamn hole, Luno. That she just said she was gonna jump in the hole. The living can only journey to paradise once they've been corrupted by the dark tide. Even then, one of you must first go to open the way to the rest. Yep, now there's randomly sacrificed, but no one's actually going to be sacrificed, so let's just see. It's going to be you because you've got, like, the fucking mutated little mascot character in your body. Whoever goes first must use the Sentinel's power to break through and find a waystone to create a connection for the other. Thanks for telling me all this. I mean, to be fair, I will give them this. They said, I can't tell you the plan because they're fucking dark tide monsters looking through your eyes and ears and shit. So I guess there's that, you know, going on. I suppose one of the fundamental problems that comes down to with Wuthering Waves here is that I'm really just not understanding their whole magic system. The magic system of like frequencies and vibrations and music and echoes and that, I kind of get it, but it's really vaguely written in like a I can just do whatever I want kind of way. It's kind of in a similar to how you can say a kid will be like playing in the sandpit and he'll say, I'm using my epic super laser attack to fire at you, and then the other kid's like, but I have an epic super laser attack shield absorber, and my epic super laser attack shield absorber also goes into my hand cannon and gets redirected. And then they's like, oh, but I have a spatial laser shield barrier that directs it into multiple smaller attacks that then ping off my armor because it doesn't have the penetration. Like, that's the kind of shit that kind of comes up with Wuthering Waves, where it's like kind of just pseudo fight babble, you know, no, like pseudo babble, like fantasy babble, where you know that, yeah, I guess that sounds right, is the back of your mind, as opposed to, oh, these things are set up in logic and I know how these things function. And I don't need to know everything about the, you know, things like waystone, connection, power, sentinel, whatever. I don't need to know everything, but you can set these things up without having to explain things. For example, you could be like saying like earlier on in the story, a character could give me something and say, all right, like, I want you, like, maybe because they can't tell me or whatever. Like, she goes up and for some reason she gives me a hug and like, and as she's hugging me, she slips into my pocket something. I notice, but I haven't seen it with my eyes. I notice, and as she's holding onto me, she says, trust me. And then like pats my pocket or whatever and then walks away. Don't look. Like, trust me, you don't need to see everything to know that I'm on your side, or hear everything. And that's like the implication being that the monster can see, but it can't read her mind or whatever, you know? And then like, I'll have an idea of, oh, okay, there's something going on here. And then we get to this part where I maybe jump into the thing and it's like, oh, the thing in my pocket, it was a connector. And like, oh, wow, I don't need to know all these things. But Wuthering Waves instead goes, this'll be fine. And it just throws random fucking pseudo-babble at you right at the last second.
Augusta, 道しるべはお前の手によって立てられている。だが、ひどく汚染されてしまった以上。
Of course, we're all getting into more of this bullshit. Like, you need a power. Take
持
it.
っておくといい。
Leviton's eye is still in this
レビア
place.
タンは今も我々を見ている。
So I'll say
詳
no,
しくは
no,
話
trust.
せない。
Understand.
お前たちならわかるはずだ。
Fucking really? You're just talking riddles. Honestly, whatever. You know, I've said my piece.
黒潮の中に入ったら、私はレビアタンの血
Hey, wait a minute. Oh, I know. She did use the
監視の
shotgun
目を
before, I
現世
suppose.
からずらす
I was about to say, did you just reload your shotgun again for the
お前
coolness
たちが
factor?
対策を講じる時間も確保できる。
Could you imagine if she does that and then someone should what is the eye though? What did she say? You buried the waystone yourself. I have no idea what the fuck's going on with that. It's getting corrupted. Only Sentinel's pile could take it. You'll understand. Inside the spatial anomaly. You fucking. It's like, see, it's just word soup. That's what happens a lot in here. It's word fucking soup. Oh my god, look how cool she looks. You know, see, there's the thing, like, her smile, opening face, her intensity, look how cool she looks. That's all they care about.
現世の黒潮を沈めてこよう。
Free jiggling. Yeah, that's, like, wow, look at that shit. Like, look at that. Fucking the wind, just like fucking titties made of jello. Like, titties made of jello right now. Like, look at that shit. That look at the flex of those fucking bingo squares. But like, I just hate sometimes. The focus is all on like vibe and aura farming. At the very least, I'll say this: I don't like solo leveling. I do not like solo leveling to just have a random thing on the side. But I will say this: it knows what it fucking is. Solo leveling knows what it is, and most of the time, shit makes fucking sense in solo leveling. It might be over the top wish fulfillment, but it makes sense. You know, oh, yep, he's doing that. Yep, he's overpowered, he has that, he's going here, and it makes sense. It's not really over the, like, it doesn't really have, like, a complicated and deep story, but it knows what it wants to be, and it does be that. Fucking Wuthering Waves goes all over the place all the fucking time. Its narrative is just a complete mess. And it also lives to aura farm, but it aura farms so shittily compared to something like solo leveling. I wish, and both solo leveling also has some problems, because I feel like aura farming and solo leveling doesn't really get, like, yeah, it aura farms well, but I feel like it's not earned as much because he didn't struggle to get the aura farming and stuff like that, and everyone else feels like such a chump that it just look at the main guy and go, wow, you're so cool, shit like that. But this one, it's like, aura farm all the way. Look at my jiggling tits in the wind. Oh no, she's making a jump. Oh, hey, she was turned around the first time. Oh my god, you shall guide me to paradise when she's ready. Oh, fucking guys. See, look, it's just fucking shitty aura farming. Oh, we'll next meet in hell as I salute as I jump into the big hole in the ground. And they finally have some actual battle music going on a little bit. A little bit, but not much. Finally, some music that makes sense is playing. Way fucking late. Why didn't I activate them before? But okay. He just punched that thing. Like 10 out of 10. Thank God they all knew what to fucking do. It's like, I just showed up here with a teleporter. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. They're making a big glowy circle. The glowy circle has stopped going smaller. We did it, I guess. Congratulations! Woo. It's fine. She's like a plot device. It's fine. She's alive, probably.
きらびやかな城黒潮の中に落ちた時世は確かにそのような光景を見た
I guess there was a city in her flashbacks and
モ
stuff.
ンテトライヒーローの近くに黒潮を観測する臨時キャンプを作るきっと天気は
There must be a way forward. Must gather all of her heroes and go for. Who cares? She's clearly. Ah, man. I don't like that girl. I thought I liked her design a little bit, but except for the weird things on her tits. But generally speaking, I'm annoyed with her as well. She's just too much of an unearned. Like I've said, unearned emotional moments, unearned aura farming. All right, hey torpedo tits. The two largest breasts talking together. Damn. Except for Augusta keeps hers in big metal armor, whereas big old torpedo tits just lets them hang. Welcome to the detective stream, where the most in-depth discussion on the story will be followed by look at those biddies! Constantly. Constantly. Oh my god, token mail! Hello, token mail! How the fuck did you know we need reinforcements? Have you been stalking me? I'm being let me guess. Black Shadow or whatever, like the shore people? The shore people? It's like the shore people, isn't it? It's like shorekeeper people, right? That's the only one that can like fit logically, right? Huh? Why is there no music? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Okay, the music suddenly caught up. Jesus Christ. It's out of fucking sync. It's so out of sync, it's ridiculous. Oh god. Okay, look, some people with guns showed up. It's so out of sync, but yeah. Yeah, it's so fucking out of sync, this is ridiculous. Alright, at least someone's got some guns finally. Okay, key theory conclusions. Theater's shadow of civilization, according to Imperial's judgment, can't be erased entirely. Yeah, we know that. We've known that forever. Yeah. Everyone finds the practice used the theater gem to resurrect the created jerk in the shell. Death believes that the Imperial value might be able to split the gem from theater and stop the Leviathan from Okay. If you extract the gem, Tess can tap into Sura's infinite expansion to lock the thing down for good. Alright, just word soup again, yep. Once again, Abby theory acts as a temporary host for the gem. Oh man, this is some bullshit. But no, this Theoden is deeply rooted in the minds and souls of the sea people. They can truly face it. Who are these people? Oh, that's like the family head, I'm guessing? Of like... Oh, it's all people. There she is. They leave civilians to us, so we keep them safe. Combat power called in from insurance, that has to place it. Yeah, like random people from the last town obviously showed up. Oh yeah, all of like the other characters from the previous thing. You know, I didn't really meet those other characters because some of them were complete randoms. Okay, finally. So, for example, that girl there, that one with like the white and red hair, she's never actually in the main quest. Okay, she was in the main quest for like one scene where she shows up and acts really yandere towards you and like, woo! And then she shows up at the end of like the Black Shore quest and says, hello, I've got something to do with you. And then if you just follow the main quest and don't follow her, you don't ever see her again. Legitimately. There's a lot of characters like that in the first arc. The first arc, and this arc as well too, definitely, like for example, like fucking Phoebe, and not Brant and Colgate, they're kind of involved, but that other girl who does the music and the dreams, and Zanny to a degree as well. Like those characters, you can just ignore them if you just follow the main quest and they just never show up again. I got no idea what some of the characters from the chapter 1 even did. I never met the girl in the Chinese dress. She's fucking in my team, but she's got a China dress on. I've never met her in the story. I have no idea what she does. She's hot though, so I guess that's an acceptable thing. All right. But yes, we once again have our Avengers ending. Everyone showed up. Wow, the whole team's here. We also have a bunch of like quick random shit. There's a gem, and you can look the gem. You can cut it off, and the Fractus, we're using the gem to revive it, and you just gotta like you fight it, but only they can fight. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Some of this makes sense. Like some of it I can see vaguely referenced, and I know that there is a part of this story that is it's suffering from the fact that I just hate it a lot. For example, there are elements to do with Abby or whatever, the little mascot character, that kind of come into this that do kind of make sense if I think about it. But I'm pretty sure that because I so checked out of disliking the series, that a lot of what it says just kind of goes off my fucking brain and just waters down into nothing because I hate it so much. That is a negative element that I will entirely own up to. It is entirely on me. But I still feel there's way too much just random words spew go. Just try not to bring down the vote, I guess. By the way, I'm their leader. Wow, it's back. We're synced back up again. Alright, I just gotta go fight the thing. See, that's the girl there. This white-haired girl here, she's like a yandere. She was really cute and interesting, and then just like never really got involved in the main quest ever. And the I think that fucking like the loli who's in my party, she was involved a little bit, I think. I fucking can't remember that much. I think she was in there for one fucking quest. But then again, it's just like this thing. It's like, show you, here's the 4-star girls. Meanwhile, back at the 2.0 girls, did you do a quest? I don't remember. Oh, I didn't. The white-haired girl? Oh my god, it's happening again! It's entirely out. Oh, I fucking hate this. We won't car on the walls. No, is it well, dark day. See, look at this. Like, look, we're together. We're working together and shit. This is our battleground, and your battleground or whatever. We'll follow your lead. This would have more impact if they were once enemies, but there's no real animosity between them. God, I hate how unmatched it is. It pisses me the fuck off. God, they're so pissed off. It's so disconnected. Oh, God. There's no need of formality between us. We stand together as one. See, like, this would have impact if they were killing each other in the past. Why can't, like, I know, like, it would be harder to write. Some 2.x characters have their own companion quests. I'm aware. I haven't done I've done maybe 1 or 2 companion quests in this entire game. I've never really invested in all of them. I might do that at the end once I get up to date. I might go back and do some companion quests that I kind of like. The Discord Slayer connection between the Waystones and the Anger Stone ability to resonate with the link. The damn Discord Hunter. That Discord Hunter looking for Discord people to groom. There's another anchor stone in the dark tide. The connection can open the path. Oh my god! She had the thing and you jumped into the thing. But how did you know that? Not important. The real issue is that the anchor stone is heavily corroded. To reactivate it, we need to purify. What the hell's happening? Oh, Oh yeah, Luno, because she's saying like, how do you know this, Luno? You have no memories. Yeah. Pierce the spatial element and open up a path. Wow, they mildly referenced that people shouldn't know Luno very well. Wow, that was the impact we all wanted. Who the fuck's this? Oh. What? Who the fuck's this? Random male character? Gross, man! Nah. What is it? What is it? Sir, speak. It's a little teapot. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to say. I can't actually say anything. You can't force me to say anything when I'm not like fucking in the game because nothing matters. The light once drove back the darkness across the first relic of the Empire's fuel. What? They just randomly introducing a man with a power? Oh my fucking god, they're really just introducing some random guy who has the power to kill everything? It's literally just randomly. Guys, this random man just walked in with the relic to stop everything. What the fuck is happening? I'll do it. It's Captain Navigating Uncharted 1 by second nature. I hate how disconnected this is. No, Lupa goes because she's cute. Send Lupa because she's cute. No, I'm not even going to press buttons. Because look, it's just doing it for me. Because it's so... I actually hate how disconnected this is. What the fuck is happening? I've faced its resistance. I've endured its whispers. I know its tactics. Let me face this. I'm not gonna press anything because this is entirely disconnected. Nothing here matters because like I can't fucking keep my brain on it. I have to read and listen at the same goddamn time. You don't even know where I'm finding it. May take time. Potion may wear off before you reach it. And your big torpedo tits can't be risked. I still carry the Sentinel's power. I'm literally a god. I can hold out longer than anyone. Well, yeah, because I'm a god. Yeah, I'm a god. Why are we trusting this random guy? Like, legitimately, why are we trusting this random guy? All the Primus once felt. His fury, his sorrow, his obsession, resolve. I feel the same resolve in you. Who the fuck is this man? Hi, random man. Hello, thanks for giving me a relic I don't understand for no fucking reason. Wow, how did he know the relic was needed for this specific place in this specific time? Is there something I'm missing? Am I stupid? Or is he just like, is this going to be revealed later? If it's going to be revealed later, he's actually like a clairvoyant or some bullshit like that, I guess. I'm not going yet. No, I'm not pressing anything. I'm not pressing anything. I can't press any of this bullshit. How many family precisions remain? If you're asking if I can brew enough potions for all the journey paradise, we're ready to face a live. God, my god, it's so disconnected. Silence is an option. Yeah, I'm just going to silence between everything. I'm going to say ... I don't give a fuck. I can't get involved in this stupid idea that I can make choices here if they are so disconnected. I fucking hate that the game has decided to do this. Why is it freezing and putting the audio desync? I'm not impressing it. Fuck you. You don't want to have to face the Theoden alone, the shoulder alone. You don't have to face. You will not have to face the Theoden alone. Whatever. I'm trying to keep my brain connected when there's a 10-second delay, and it doesn't help that I understand the language, so it's not just noise. My brain is actually translating it. If facing Leviathan means praying, oh wow, they're gonna sacrifice themselves. Priestess for Certus, Dark Type engulf all of Sephiroth. That is our fate. We just meet it head on. Yep, look, she's gonna fight. Got it, got it. You're all gonna have a big old battle. Let's try and press it. Oh, damn it, I missed out on I'll go first. Activate stones and hold the path open for the rest of you. There's an epilogue that reveals what happened. Well, I mean, they fucking at least have to. The TIE spawn are the only threat. The fractures might still have another hand to play. I'll talk about that guy in a minute. I just want to get this through because I'm so annoyed with it. The TIE spawn are the only threat. The fractals might still have a plan. Once they activate active, we'll take the potions and follow. Okay. We're gonna take the potions and follow. Rissinian will not follow, just got a few of the leaders gone. People rise. If everyone looks at Luna and goes, who the fuck are you? You've been here for a week. You'll meet again with the paradise at the end. Leviathan will fall. Wow. Wow, it's gonna fall. We're such heroes. Wow. Detective, we all understand the burden you carry. We're grateful. Look, everyone loves me. Everyone loves me. I'm so beloved. Oh god, I'm so cool. Where'd that random guy go? Until then, prepare and rest. Okay, can we like... I am actually really upset that the game decided to do this. Is there a way I can fix this? It's still playing. It's just still fucking playing.
ナポリ2世のランタンが実験場から持ち出されたものだとしたら、ラグーナの海底で封印された黒潮は出発するまで少し時間がある。
Okay.
海底の様子を彼に聞いてみよう。
All right. Finally, Jesus fucking Christ. That was so badly desynced. Like, the desync there was so fucking bad. Holy shit, Wuthering Waves. That completely threw off any sort of tension or involvement I had in the story. Like, I was reading there, but my brain was elsewhere. Holy shit, that was bad. That was like a real shitty fucking era game. That was bad as fuck. Now, anyway, what I'm going to say is, yeah, basically it was, you know, everyone gather together, Avengers, let's all fight together and stuff, and you're not alone, blah, blah, blah. That's the kind of vibe it was going for anyway. Anyway, random guy shows up. So you said there's a reveal in the epilogue where that guy is on. Alright, I would expect so. But here's the thing. They probably should have referenced that before this. Now, I don't mean a lot. I don't mean a lot. I don't mean you need to tell me there's a man with a big thing and he might come save us. No, no, no. What they needed to do was maybe on the second fucking chapter, I mean, quest of this third arc, there should have been a guy watching me. Like a guy from watching me from afar who doesn't get involved, who's always waiting and waiting and waiting really far back, like at just random moments. And then he comes up now and they're like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, I've been waiting for my moment. And you kind of go, oh, okay. I know who this is because I see him. The characters don't know who he is, but I've seen him as a player. And I'm seeing him show up, so I'm kind of prepared for it. Like, oh, what has he been planning this whole time? He's been waiting for his moment or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'd be like, I'd be more accepting of it. Instead, they're just like, as a guy shows up, by the way, he's got the relic to save you. Yep, he's just got the relic to save you conveniently, and he shows up now and no one questions it. Do the Wuthering Waves writers, like, read or play their own fucking story? Like, do they legitimately actually put in any effort for themselves here? Because this is written by, like, absolute idiots. Like, actual idiots. Like, fucking people who don't know, like, anything. Let's have a look. Alright, so we got Augusta in here. I don't want to talk to Augusta. I'm not that interested in all these characters as much. Look, it's so interesting. All these characters from their different backgrounds are hanging out. Carnarellas. There's Phoebe. What's Phoebe doing? She's with all of the helping and stuff. She's so cute. The fucking, you know, cute face. A bunch of random dudes talking. Guy trying to talk to a mutant bear. Lupa, you get talked to. I'm talking to Lupa. I like Lupa. Here's a character I liked. Your fire blazes strong, my fellow warrior. Now I can breathe a little easier. You seem almost hungry for it, Lupa. Live for the challenge, the bigger the threat, the fiercer we fight. That's fair. But know this, Leviathan is tougher and complete. We face the gladiator gun, I will be cautious. But I won't lie, I'm worried about you going to the dark tide all alone. Still, when the heat is on, it's better to slap your back and shout, you got this, than to doubt. Damn straight, Lupa, I'm going to give you more of those damn puppies. We overcame this together. Dark tide, just another bit break. You've got fight, I've got ours. Let's open up a path and hold the fort here. When I'm with you all the way. Roll with the punches, right? And here I got this for you. Hope it helps. What you getting? Wait, so you gave me something? What'd I get? Oh, some random advance thing. I don't give a fuck about that. Bro, you're just sitting down in the rain? You're reading a book in the rain? Are you stupid? It's gonna ruin the pages! Oh my god. Fucking stupid ass bear. What? Oh, I'll talk to Zanny, because Zanny's my girl. So this is how Septimon's common echoes operate, but I see some similarities with our sentry constructs. How are things holding up? Grandfather is overseeing the vault, and Blackshore are holding the line as well. Notice occurred. Besides, the monthly cache of echoes is nothing to underestimate. But really, such technology is our family as proudest asset. Naturally, brought what we could with us. Septimon's common echoes use different configuration than Gruner's, but the online logic is compatible. Our tuning technique will serve us well here. Looks like you've been working late again. I don't care about overtime. Well, fuck. Carolina has rested properly in days. At times like this, we cannot afford to even sliver of carelessness, all within our power. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. These items will strengthen your echoes. We won't let you walk in part alone for long. Oh, did she give me something as well? I don't give a fuck. I don't need your shit. I don't want to talk to the Colgate. Colgate and the pirate. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about Colgate and the pirate. Where was Luna? Oh, shit. Well, she's over there. Fuck. I missed out on her. Now, I gotta talk to this random guy. Alright. Random man. Let's see what you reveal. He seems like he's blind. Yeah, I'm really good at that. Wow, asking the mainline questions. Let's see how I go. His name is Quen. Oh my god, he's a cultivator. The capital sent me to receive a fugitive and gather intel on the Theoden's residence. I came searching for Runa's Blessed Maiden and I found the Primus. Okay. He was tied to the Theoden, he knew all of the truth, but the dark true-eyed silenced him. Guys, don't you love it when a key element and key character is just randomly explained to you and how it fits in is just like given to you like on a lore dump? Man, I love it. I love it so much. So he gave the lantern. So you are, in all ways, shape, and form, a plot point. Hello, character who is a plot point. You have more... Wait, no, sorry. You have less characterization than fucking Avidius. And he was a goddamn fucking creation. Oh, Fenrico, that guy. He's dead? Finally? Oh, that guy. He gave his life to drive the feedback. That guy, yeah. The fucking dude, the Pope who just kept dying and stuff. Like, the Pope who kept being crazy and then not crazy and then crazy again. And then not crazy again, I guess. See, I just don't like how this is how it went down. Like... What it should have been is why... Because I remember Fenrico had that little thing, right? He had that little device. What it should have been who shows up is one of his fucking people holding the thing, not some random blind man. You know? It should have been like one of his people shows up like, Fenrico's dead. He asked me to bring this to you, but he sealed the passage. He said that you'd know what to do with it. Like something like that. Oh, that's how the relic reach your hands. Think no more of it. Think only. This is the writers subtly telling you to shut the fuck up and don't think about it. I don't give a fuck. Moves is dead. I don't go damn. I don't give a fuck. Like legitimately, Fenrico was a terrible character. It would have been more interesting if Fenrico was an interestingly written character, but he just felt pathetic, really. He wasn't fun. Avidius did a better job as a random character.
伝えておこう。それがしの知る限り、黒潮の代行者となった者は、フェンリコも、ミアも、それ以外も皆、
Yeah, they all fucking
同
died,
じ
sure.
結末を迎えておる。
Yeah, all of them died. Fuck them. They're just weaker than me. I'm different.
死だ。
I'm built different. Random man. I'm just built different. Oh my god, Caroletta's looking at me. Wow, cute girl staring at me. I'm in love. I'm not afraid. I already know the story. I'm gonna win. Probably. I mean, I don't actually know the
とっく
story.
に覚悟はできている。
But I'm just gonna show up, and doesn't matter how many things you tell me, like, logically I'm gonna lose. I'm just gonna get the courage to overcome it, and it'll be fine. It sucks that that's actually true.
すでにお主は黒潮に侵食されている身。採取の力をもってしても、事実の逆転は不可能。
Oh, wow, you've been touched by the dark tide, even the Sentinel's powers cannot reverse it. I'm literally a fucking god, and I'm not even suffering at all from the dark tide's power. If this game wanted to show me like a narrative way that I'm suffering from the dark tide's power, they should have a fucking horn growing out of my head. I should be like suffering like Avidius was suffering, and then like overcoming it. That'd be cool. Could you imagine if like, you know, I lifted up the like some part of her clothes, and there's like some fucking horrific pulsing black thing that's like getting veins and spreading into other parts of my body, but I'm just like, oh no, I've got to hold it back. But it wouldn't really fit because you're the coolest, so obviously they won't do anything like that.
だからこ
And a
そ
god, so I guess.
私以外の誰かに
But I
道を
guess that
照らせる
god
わけ
power
に
means like just you use god power whenever you feel like it in
黒
the
潮に
moment.
侵食される苦しみを味わうことになる。
That's why we're not arguing over who goes first. Anyone else would just suffer longer. What?
お主はずっと名式の精神侵食に抗っているのであろう。黒潮の造物を誕生させないよう、常に己の共鳴能力を抑えているはずだ。
Oh wow,
さっ
guys.
きの言葉も自分の状態を隠す。
Oh god, what a cringe fucking response. So anyway, you've been resisting Theoden's corruption this whole time, suppressing your resonance ability so tide spawn wouldn't surface. You said everything you said was just to hide the truth deliberately. Bro, I didn't say anything. I didn't even press the fucking buttons. I don't want to worry them. The fewer people know, the better. Don't forget I'm also the harbinger of hope. Oh god, what a fucking cringe line. I'm the harbinger of hope, guys. Can I be the harbinger of fucking kebabs? I feel like that would be a better option. The fewer people that know, the better. But of course, the idea that you're hiding your power or like you've been corrupted and like the corruption is like gonna force you to summon more monsters. That would be fun if you were actually showing me hiding it, but nah, I'm just acted the same the whole time because, you know, I'm literally the best. But obviously they need to mention how I'm so cool. So they need to go like, you're so fucking cool. Like, this whole time you were corrupted and then like monsters trying to summon monsters, but you didn't show anything different because you're the cool one. It's like, come on, man. Rover different. Rover built different. I guess. But I'd probably be more vibing with Rover built different if they really gave me any belief system for the Rover. But the Rover is just a blank check of like, you're cool, which I really fucking hate. I really hate it. If the Rover had any personality, imagine if the Rover, like, let's just imagine a world where the Rover is much more not happy-go-lucky, a much more friendly, positive person. Like, much more friendly, like, you know, when something's wrong, they'll like give a grin and say, I can take care of this. And then this is the moment here after he gets us away from everyone else and says, I saw your smile, but you're fucking dying, aren't you? Like, you've got it in you. It's like eating you from the inside like a cancer as it eats away at you. You can't hold it off for long, even if you are special. And like, this is the part where I turn around, I say, if I can't hold it off, we all die. Worrying them ain't gonna change shit. Like something like that. It would make me really buy into it. Even if we didn't change the series of events, if just the personality of the Rover was something interesting that hit those kind of notes, it would just really change up all these negative feelings I have about these specific moments in the game. But instead, the Rover is just a sponge with, yeah, just a sponge. and not a very useful one. Like, no one's cleaning up the kitchen with that. It just absorbs all the coolness, and it's just like, yep, look how awesome you are. Gonna give me anything else? No, it's just that you're cool. Well, fuck. Like, you could have at least shown me going like, oh, I'm like, you know, fucking bent over and I'm like vomiting a bit of blood in like when I go up behind a tent. That'd be great. Could you imagine that? I walk away, I go behind a tent, maybe the mascot character's like, wow, you're really confident in this. You sure you could do this? And that's where like I hold onto the side of like a wall, I fall to my knees and just vomit up a bunch of black, like disgusting bile blood stuff. And then like, as like the mascot character's like, I'm gonna go tell someone. You just grab onto Abby and say, no, you're not gonna tell anyone because I'm gonna do my fucking job and I will survive this. They will fail. I can do this, don't worry them. Like, shit like that is what I want to see for a main character. I want to see them struggle and put in, like, even a heroic character. I don't need to have my characters be, like, you know, villains or, like, semi-anti-hero. If you're going to give me a heroic character, show me them doing heroic things in the face of difficulty. Not just, wow, look how cool this big monster is and you're going to charge it with your sword. That's not it. You need to show me the struggle and the difficulty that I'm pushing through. And Wuthering Waves just refuses to do that. Look at this. They say, this guy is like saying, wow, you're so cool. You're so awesome. You're awesome. What have I done, really, to show it that? You travel large just far to honor a dying stranger's final wish. I'll ask for the same. I'll ask for one more, please. The dark tide brings outsiders from receiving you. Yeah. Yeah, of course I'm different. I literally probably, as I've said in the past, before my loss of my memories, I probably lived here for like 3 or 4 generations. I'll do what I can. I'll hold the line here. You do what must be done. Okay, Mr. Blind Man. When you're fully prepared to die, death doesn't come so easy.
犠牲を前提とした行動はしない。私自身も含めてね。
She's just so boring. I never act with sacrifice as a given, not even my own. Like, it's... I know this technically is a personality we're seeing here, but it's just so vanilla and uninteresting. And we don't see her values struggled or ever like questioned. We never see her struggling with the idea of maybe she does have to sacrifice. For example, you know, I know it's vanilla and like, not vanilla, but I know it's standard, but why not have a whole thing where she's prepared to sacrifice herself, but everyone else doesn't want her to? For example, like the robe, like, I'll never sacrifice anyone, not even myself. And then, like, you know, she goes ahead and does things that basically push towards that direction. And people save her and say, stop being such a self-sacrificing bitch, damn it. And, like, they save her and something. And it's, like, predictable outcome of like a narrative. But at least it's something. At least it's, you know, something with the character being done and developed. More often than not, I find that the story just gives me Rover being Aura Farmer, but not even a fun Aura Farmer. If she was arrogant, at least that would be amusing. But she's not. She's just fucking flaccid. Would the story be better if Rover was willing to sack at least the nameless NPCs? I think it would be a little bit better, but you would need to change up some of the character elements. But I think that's more of a narrative choice, because the Rover wouldn't treat the nameless NPC or a random NPC design kind of like Avidiel or Fenrico. She wouldn't treat them any different than she would the rollable characters in terms of the narrative structure. So it would have to be something like different. So you need to change her a little bit to have that fit, because, you know, her just randomly sacrificing randoms and stuff would be different. But I think that if you were to have a character be like, I'm prepared to sacrifice people, it would make sense. Because just going back, this is something you guys probably don't know, but back in the Black Shore arc, it's revealed that there's a big machine in there, and that big machine, you need to basically sacrifice someone, and it also uses people's brains and stuff. It's quite evil, but it does a great job of getting information out to save people who get hit by the black tides and stuff. And these dark tides and these laments and whatnot. And in that particular quest, she basically goes through and says, this is a bad idea. But the reveal is that you're the one who made it. So once upon a time, she was like that. Or at the very least, she had a willingness to sacrifice other people, even if it was a harsh decision that was hard to make. But that rover, whoever they were, doesn't exist now, and they never really were expanded upon. A good example of doing this properly would be the Doctor from Arknights. In Arknights, while it's never really expanded on from where I got up to, and maybe later on they kind of fuck it up, the Doctor's past was indicated in a very interesting way that I always enjoyed. And the idea being the past Doctor was way more ruthless. The idea that people from the outside looking in at the Doctor, and even the people you met who knew the Doctor from before, expected the Doctor to be a crueler taskmaster or someone who's prepared to sacrifice anything for their goals, usually good goals, but like a kind of like a person who's like, I need money, I'm gonna go, you know, work as a mercenary for this kingdom so I can get money even though they're bad people. That kind of shit. Like someone who's like ruthless and would sacrifice others. And then the Doctor, after losing their memories, becomes a better person and whatnot, but still has their skills and whatnot. And that's how they played it out in that. But the idea of the past Doctor being a different person who was, you know, had different ethics and morals was very interesting to me. And sadly, they never really do that with the rover, despite having the fucking grand open pathway to do that. And I really think it's a big failure on the part of the game.
そうであった。今週のレインによろしく伝えるよう
Oh
頼
yeah,
まれていた。
the fucking future seeing girl from Jizzo.
お主の世話になった
Jizzo.
者
That's what I'm gonna call it. That's what I'm gonna call it in fucking. Welcome to Jizzo. I'm good. The people you helped are still waiting for your return. Farewell.
武運を祈る。
Thank you, Jade Tech Blind Man. Thanks for showing up with the key item. Very nice, very cool. See you later. Can I go talk to Luno now? Augusta's departed for the anti-corruption ward. Later and Lady Luna prepared some supplies for you. Take them. Cool. What'd I get? Thanks, random stuff that you gave me. I don't care. Why you give it? Would you give me a box? I don't give a fuck. Can I go talk to Luno? Wait, where did Luno go? Oh no, Luno already left. Who the fuck is like standing up here?
Yeah.
He's just freaking out. Ah, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, man. Alright. Let's go fight the Black Tide and win the game. Woo! Oh god, I hope that the cutscene is not fucked up again. Wait, before I go, I'm just gonna turn off some random shit I've got in the background. Maybe it's like something on my computer, you know? I don't know what it is, but I don't want it to do that again. I do not want the computer to just go like, oh yes, I'm gonna fall apart again, and you can like, oh, there we go, yep. I've done the best I can. Hopefully this means that it's fine. That was poison? Well, it didn't matter. Hello! What's up, Augusta?
Yun, 様子はどうだ?
God, I'm thinking more about a interesting fucking rover where she sacrifices people. Could you imagine a rover that was like originally like a general or a soldier in a horrific war, and they were constantly used to sacrificing others and themselves in like for the betterment of others and stuff, but like they come into this world and they're like kind of jaded as they try and save more people, but they keep falling back on their same habits and stuff, and then others say, no, we can actually overcome, we don't need to do it this way, and then like the rover's like, but if we do it your way, there's a risk of failure. I can sacrifice these soldiers, hold them off here, and I know we can succeed. And like, you know, trying to overcome that, or like, you know, deal with the idea of like a character's like, believe in us, we can do this type of thing, we don't need to sacrifice these poor people, you know. That'd be fun. I think the problem is that I'm hoping for a character that not everyone can go with. The reason why the rover is as a blank slate, it's just generally good girl is good, is because, well, that's the most inoffensive thing you can possibly do for a hero that everyone can just, you know, project themselves onto.
いいところに来てくれたじゃない。黒潮の周波数の波動は安定してるわ。
Alright,
中に入るなら
it's
今しかない。
alright, I'm gonna go
あ
inside.
の混沌に行った時のこと。
Can we have a kiss before I go, Luno? Just like for luck? Remember the stretch of chaos we once crossed? Yeah, I remember that. I changed the reality for that. Yeah, I remember when I went into the crazy world and just literally brought you back to life, which I could do for all of you. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. If you die in battle, when I come back, I'll just pull you back and, you know, at most fate will be like, oh, no one remembers you anymore, and that'll be fine. Yeah, the Discord Slayer. Yeah, fucking. She's bound to the tide, there to hunt soon. She must navigate. Once you've inside, find her existence, the chaos, spread with her, and she'll guide you forward. So this time I need to anchor to her. What does it mean? What do I do? Yeah, what the fuck do I do? Tell me. Kill Discord? I'll do it. Don't you tell you forgot already? It's about anchoring. You've done it before. Okay, she's like, you're an idiot. Immerse yourself in her rhythm. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to kill Discord. I must Discord must continue as a company because I'm not allowed to kill her. Basically, I'm just gonna go get a crash course in her her fucking backstory. Gotcha. Yep, I'll keep my wits. Shut the fuck up, Abby. You are so annoying. No, I'm not gonna say. Go rest. I'm not counting on you at all. We're all behind you? Nah, don't worry, I'll face this. Yeah, I'm more than ready. May the eternal sun light your path, may each step bring you close to victory. Gotcha, gotcha. Yep, let me jump in the big hole. I'm going into the maiden abyss. Alright, now game. Game. Don't you fucking desync. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't desync. Okay, I didn't desync, thank God. Is this heaven? Oh, this is like the heaven of the monster, right?
まさか黒潮の中にもう一つの世界が存在してたなんて。しかもこの場所神々しく感じるぞ。
Yeah, very holy. Yeah, demon monster makes heaven. Let's go see what demon monster's heaven looks like.
ここの周波数は混沌の間と似てるぞ。どっちも薄暗くてひんやりしてるな。何かに呼ばれてるような。
Shut the fuck up, I would rather kill you.
考えるのはやめだ。早く行こう、漂白者。予定通り混沌の間でユーノをアンカーした時と同じようなやり方でガルブレーナと合流するんだ。
Fuck, I hate this part of the quest. Is it that bad? I mean, so far everything's been pretty fucking trash.
混沌の中じゃ記憶や感情。
Yeah, I just gotta go find her backstory, right?
アンカーすることができる。
I mean, I know enough to know she's the spooky girl who's just like, whatever.
そうだ、あのガルブレーナってやつ、いつもひょこっと現れたと思ったら。
Yeah, always there, whoosh, and then gone. Doesn't say much.
の情報もないぞ。
Oh, it's fine. In life, chaos. In death, silence, stillness veils the teeming multitude. Glory is what cream of suffering's tide. The hesitant shall not return, the timid shall not pass. Tell me, little lamb, whence do you come and where does your path lead? There's a creepy guy. Oh, that's a fucking stupid head, monster head thing. It's literally a floating head. It looks stupid as fuck. Am I like, is it supposed to be scary? It looks stupid. It looks really dumb. I gotta go anchoring. Gotcha. I don't know if it's that bad. I just skipped it. Oh well. I guess you'll find out. You've heard the dark tide prevents memory of past scattered in the depths, tangled in the current tracks of glass. Why? I mean, I've. The dark tide mirrors of the chaos of human mind. Shifting, twisting, fleeting, paths head may vanish beneath your feet. Leviathan lurks in the deepest of the world, building its kingdom, building a place into its image. Oh, neat. It's gonna make a nice little house. It's making a Lego fort. Cool. This place is modeled off the journey of paradise frequency, a vision of perfection, unmarred by it. Behold the dark tide's true face, a world of hatred and fear. Oh my god, it's slightly different off color. It's so scary. Oh my god, who would have thought that the evil demon's paradise was actually hell? I would never have thought. Okay, okay. Cloaking rod and radiance. Great, great. Yet the vast Lord, the paradise is incomplete. These twin worlds lead to one another to create special ones. I'm guessing I can like do some. It's just some puzzle bullshit. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's some puzzle bullshit. Lured by false hope, they stumble into waiting rooms. Oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh, I'm so scared, guys. It's scary. No, it's not at all. It's not at all. I'm just angry. I got this thing. Yeah. Wow, even fucking the monster knows about that thing as well. I'm guessing this Galbarara guy just girls knows everything since you planned it all out. I don't care about her backstory. You'll hear despair, death, beg. Watch souls roam abound. What are you afraid? I fear nothing, because I know the story already. Sort of, kind of. I'm just expecting it to be like really simple. But in the end, I hope you enjoy it longer than most. I really don't like this guy's design. It looks like really dumb. Like legitimately, it looks like really stupid. It looks like a mascot character more than anything. Especially since you see her idle animation where it tries to eat a bird. Like, it really takes away any of the fucking, like, intensity this thing supposedly has. Her plan is bold, but an unwanted frequency is mingled into the dark tide. I know not who it is, and their path will just must move in which hopes. You have no choice. Come, little lamb, open your eyes, your claws. Time to journey in the other world. Alright, fucking, let's just go. Come on. I don't care. It's fine. Fine. Oh, it's hell. Oh my god, wow, who would have thought? It's more of her story. She won in the arena, so she was a Septimon arena girl. Damn, that other girl's kind of got it going on. Like, I mean, just sound, just that's what I said. I don't want to know her past. Fuck this lion wannabe. Yeah, I don't like Gabriella that much. She feels... you said it best, I think, that she's such a random plot point. Like I say, all of these characters, you want me to care about them, you need to build them up. Like, show me a mystery. Show me a mystery of who she is throughout the other quests. But because all of these quests revolve around, focus on one girl, and they can't ever be a flowing narrative of characters falling into and out of stories. Like, for example, Girls Frontline 1, especially Girls Frontline 1, had a big thing where it doesn't matter who was on the banner. When a big fucking event was happening, it wasn't just, oh, we have to force the banner girl to be focused on. No, that was unrelated. New character shows up? Sure. Is the new character going to be the main girl? No, not necessarily. It was like a flowing narrative, and all of these characters came together in service of the narrative. But unfortunately, these mainline gacha games, they're all in service of the payment process. Of, oh, we need to impress this girl and then make people buy her. That's why we need to get a goddamn story like this. Oh my god, she'll be an emperor. You lost to a child who doesn't even have a fucking sword. Sorry, lady. She got that power by, I don't know, I think she was just like built different when the Dark Tide came, and instead of being eaten and consumed, she was like, nah, I'll be cool.
生まれた時から自分の体に。
No, it wasn't. I saw the flashback. You got it when you were fighting against the monster.
生まれつきなんて
How unfair? Well, that's life,
光栄
lady.
な話ね認めないわ
I trained harder, endured more, bled
私
more.
は
分かってる。
You're all
あんた
stronger
た
than...
ちは私より強いし、尊敬に値する相手だって。
私たち
Are you mocking us people like you, born lucky, never understand what it means to struggle?
お前みたいな
Okay, I know they're gonna reveal that she does struggle, but like,
世間の厳しさを
unironically,
知らないようなやつに
I'd rather someone who struggles.
分かってたまるか
I would rather this Arkia girl here be the main girl that I'm currently in dealing with. Someone who struggles and fails. Mia was more interesting, to be honest. Even though she was like just a passing like thing. She was more interesting than a lot of the other... A lot of the NPCs that aren't rollable characters who have more leeway in how they're written tend to be way more fucking interesting. Wuthering Waves really got to work on their fucking rollable characters.
心も体も
They are stronger than me in body and spirit. So many here are. They
こ
just
の
don't have the
人だ
same
けに
resonance.
限らない
Well, yeah, that means strength, you idiot.
どう
Why
し
is...
て
Oh, what was me? I have superpowers. Shut the fuck up. Fate is never fair. Bestows gifts without reason. Mockery must learn to carry with grace. So she's susceptible once you leave. Once you stayed away until now. Her resin Napoleon was bright and radiant, but now it feels different. The curse of the dark tide. She returned untempered with a curse still unclaimed as a gift. Lucina would have burned her for her father. Fading fate.
レビアタンと敵対
You
してるの
claim standing at the living. You spoke so coldly of humans' lives. Whose side are you? Who cares about the Chimera? Many, many alliance thrived on a loathing alone. I am attacked at discord, a devourer and killer by nature. My allegiance lies only with myself. See, this thing is so boring. If you want to have like the idea of a dark, evil spirit companion, it sounds. You know what? I just realized, Gabriella or whatever the fuck her name was. She sounds like a Chunibyo character. Like, you know, my dark sealed power in my left hand, my shotgun sawn off, talking in riddles. Yes, woe was me, I was born with too much power, and people were jealous of me. They did not like the strength of my abilities, but I was cursed for all of this. And now, with my dark spirit of slaughter and hate, we must work together to defeat our common enemy. It's such fucking Shunibyo shit. This is some like some cringe ass fucking like 7th grade syndrome. Like the more I think about it. Holy shit. But sometimes we fight alongside. Oh no, whatever. I don't care. Left her own strength, she would have fallen long ago. Do not seek for answers, go live them, feel them instead. I don't give a fuck. Why do I have to care about her story? I'm being honest. I really don't care. I'm like, what's this, a puzzle? Influenced by the journeying paradise frequencies, Tidestone and the player dark will gain paradise shelter and take less damage. I don't care. Do I have to fight him? I don't have to fight him. Oh wow, it survives in the light. Such scary. A calm shell beats with the burn of... See, that's... I fucking hate this. Oh wow, I was so... calm shell beneath a heart that burns for battle. When has the fucking rover ever shown like a battle lust ever? It's so fucking trite. I hate it. I hate it. I wish with the rover was like a battle-lusted character. That would be way cooler. 16 years ago. Oh my god. So she's once touched by dark tide, humans were instantly frequent devoured piece by piece.
さっきまで多くの圧路にいたのに、ここはどこ?
Oh my god, she was just in the place, and now she's here. Why can't I use my resonance? I'll be ready. Because the dark tide loved you, but you rejected its gift. Now you will consume you instead. You, your power, everything was once yours. God, the Dark Tide is such a, like, vague thing. I hate how, like, what's that? You can accept it and become powerful? What? No. What? Oh my god, it's Irika! You could have risen above us with your gift. You could have been the hero of the heroes. Why'd you stop? Why'd you reject it? Why'd you grave that glory? I never understood why I was born with power, and you deserved it more than I ever did. You ask yourself again and again, what does it mean to be strong? You once told me real strength comes from the heart, no way outside. Oh god. It's such a... Man! This is such a boring past. Am I, like, crazy for saying this? Am I crazy for saying this is such a trope-ridden path of, like, a backstory that's just so uninteresting? I guess it's entwined with all the stuff I don't give a single flying fuck about, but come on. Looks like I'll never get a chance to surpass you. So take what remains of my strength, live on, live for me, live for all of us, but why? Give it to me. You're not completely lost, you still have a chance to escape more than any of us. This is our final wish. Within the dark tide, fate itself, no one can escape the netted cast. I always knew you quiet seems someone struck you down, you rise up, twice as barred. I don't want to admit it, but you are the arena, you beat me with power, you beat me with will. Your fire in your eyes doesn't lie, but... Fuck, I'm really tempted by that skip right now. Live free and prove that you can't be deified. Curious creatures, humans are resisting fate and trusting all their hopes to a single soul just to prove they're not bound to destiny. She was weak, powerful lamb, each step forward was a gamble of death. She was born through death. Come on, let's walk on. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, dog man. What are you gonna do now? No path forward. Sentinel's power you bear as use it to sever the worlds. Let me guess. Now, yep. The puzzle thing. Wow. Okay. Wow. It's on fire. Okay. What, oh, it wants me to go down there. Whoa. Oh god. Look. Look. Oh. It's so shallow. I knew it. I'm so clever. Everything about Wuthering Waves is like elements of this part of the story are so fucking shallow. Can I just leave? No, I can't. Fuck. Alright, let's just watch her fight against the Dark Tide and take its power into herself and gain strength over her ability. She clawed through monstrous until she stood before me, her frequency nearly consumed. Oh, look, there's the monster. How rare a mortal here. I shall gnaw upon thee, slow and ceaseless until you bend the knee, a fate to be made one with it. I know the Dark Tide devours everything, assimilates everything. If I can't escape it, then I'll use it. She claimed a divinity's power to fight divine wrath. No more than tide sport waits before me. It's already flowing inside me. Why can't I turn it against them? Why can't I be the one that devours them? These false frequencies need me just to survive. If this power doesn't want to listen to me, then I will show it to the real boss. See, I seek a life, true life, whose death surrounded the third. And I'll show you by living, I can truly painful humanity can prove it by pride and hell held high. She's so fucking mid. This character is so fucking mid. To wield the Dark Tide against the spawns fascinating. Within the Dark Tide lies fate itself. None can escape the netted cast. Oh my god, it's so spooky. So dangerous. I'm so scared. It hurts, but I already see the light. Carry us. Oh yeah, these are the people. Look at them pushing her up. Wow, wow, they're pushing her up. Wow. Oh my god. If it wasn't for the fucking fact that I'm making a video, the fact that y'all fucking want me to goddamn play this damn hellscape, I would quit this shit so fucking fast. I won't give up! Human flesh remains feeble, the broken vessels from which sundered shattered, yet this is indeed a chance of an aeon. I shall give one final push.
あんたが
Yep. My boon came with a price she never did grasp, but she might truly living.
自分で力を制御できなければ振り回されるだけ。おそらく
She carried the same well loaded fresh cost of flame on. See, the idea of a scary, spooky fucking companion is cool, but this is such a cringe design. Like, it's actually a heart of gold. It's actually got a heart of gold, everyone. The big lion monster. It's like fucking so cringe. Every time I see it, oh, it gets under my skin. Her defiance has drawn divine attention, though she can escape. The Tidespawn still hunt her. The fate will catch her eventually. She's very readiness for the catch. She fled to distant lands, corrupted by dark tide, losing its power at first. She thought not to run. She's clever. She learned to track the movements of dastard discords, and when she barely holding herself, she roamed the wilds, warning others of doom to come. Wow, she's so cool. She got her scared, but men seldom listen to a girl cursed with a bears a cursed flame. Oh my god, she's so tragic. Oh my god. We gave you a warning. You could have skipped straight to the cyberpunk stuff in 3.0. I know, but I'm making a video on this. I need to make a video on this, and each fucking bad, horrible quest, as awful as it is, gives me more ammunition to make fun of this fucking mess. Honestly, it gives me better ideas for jokes. It gives me better ideas to how to bully the fuck out of this game. And also things that I'd like to actually talk about that are like, this is a minor positive that they turned into an absolute slop fest. You know? I'll probably get some hate from doing this. I mean, I got some hate from doing the Fate Zero video, but not that much hate. Most people tend to like Fate Zero. Just a handful of people really don't like Fate Zero. But this game, if I really bullied it, I feel like if the video actually got viral and people actually watched the video, I think I'd really get some fucking hate from big fans of this fucking series. Oh, big fans would fucking hate me.
ガルブレーナって残像の名前だったの?
A fiend of ever-burning flame, monster who spread fear and hatred across the land. Oh, wow. She's so cringe. Holy shit. She's like, I've got a cursed flame. Men do not listen to me as I try and save them. I will take the name of a dark, evil fiend. I won't use my original name. I am but a cursed existence. Fucking cringe edgelord. Oh my lord. People might call me an edgelord for liking a bit of suffering anime girls, but this shit is true edgelordery. You're actually so suffering and so cursed, but you're actually the most noble and most powerful entity who has a contract with a dark discord monster and uses the power of evil against evil, but the curse will eventually take me to the bottom. Like, it's so fucking overdone. Holy shit. Who wrote this and like accepted it? Who didn't laugh at them? Was this like written by like the CEO's son, and like no one was allowed to laugh in the writing room? They all had to like quietly sit there like, yes, young master. What a great story this is, young master. You should write it all, young master. They just couldn't fucking disagree with him. Is that the situation that was happening here? Because that's the only way I can imagine someone writing this and not laughing at themselves. Maybe it's a comedy and I'm just not getting the comedy element. But her one mistake was her weakness, and that name became a fate she could no longer escape from. The Dark Tides saw no more after she escaped, so I will tell you the rest. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, look, she looks so evil. Oh, wow. She's so evil, guys. So scary. Wow. Oh, so terrifying. Oh my god, but it's the real evil showed up. Such frequency shall nurture her. Oh my. Oh.
借りるぞ。
Oh, she's gonna
奴は
attack.
食らいさえすれば
She's going to
最初を止めら
consume.
れるはずだ。こ
我と交渉する気か。
れは
Oh. Oh my god.
私が死んだらお前も生きられる。
Wow, look how cool she is.
私と共に狩るか、それとも死ぬか。選べ。
Wow, look how cool she is, guys. She's prepared to sacrifice herself. Wow, so fucking
お
cool,
前を手な
guys.
ずけてやる。
I'll tame you.
だが今は不死の悪魔だろうと。
Guys. Wow, how cool is she? She's so like badass and like she fights the evil with the evil power and like no one can stop her because she's so powerful and cool and sexy. Oh man.
やっていこう。
God, I'm so bored of her.
このまま豪華を維持すれば。
Wield this fire with your sanity will cover a considerable pain. Wow, she's gonna suffer and all this pain, of course. But of course she can overcome it because she's so cool. Augusta. See, Augusta was done way better. Like, as a concept, she was done way better. Like, I disagree with elements, but she's like shitty, edgy Augusta. That's what she's like, yeah? She's shitty, edgy Augusta. Like, my god. Does anyone else see this? Like, Augusta, and like, you can do characters with this kind of story, but everything I've seen of her is like, it's so surface level, like, coolness.
分け与えたのだ。そして契約を結んだことで
She's parameter most of her frequency to me, and thus our pack was skilled, all that I consume, she inherits the strength. Because, like, so this is how you would write a character like this if you didn't want them to seem like a weird edgelord. You would make her look pathetic. You would make her be like a bedraggled horror. Like she's suffering greatly. She's not wearing cool outfits, posing with a shotgun. She is suffering greatly. You wouldn't have this thing be a shitty little mascot. You'd make it be a real, overpowered monster that she is spending all of her time beating down to use its power. And even then, it's having fun teasing her as she fights worse evils with a lesser evil. And it's like eating her alive inside, where maybe even her mind is fraying. And she's like losing herself, and you show up as she's trying to do something, and she doesn't even trust you because she doesn't trust anyone. She's like, I can do it on my own. I can do everything on my own. And she's obviously like burning herself out. And that's where the MC comes in and helps her out. Instead, she just looks like someone's fucking like edgelord OC of like, yeah, she's kind of the best. She's like a tortured soul, but like she's kind of awesome, and she's pretty cool, and everyone loves her, and they all like try and hang out, and like, you know, she's kind of a big deal. It's all like that.
彼女は残像を食らうことで
She endlessly feeding on the discourse. Her pact as a price. Should she fail to feast me fresh frequencies, I will feast on her soul piece by piece till naught remains. So she hunts without it.
されなければ我は魂を食らい
See, this would be way more cooler if you weren't just a fucking floating cringe lion face.
終わることのない光を
Could you imagine, for example, it was a snake? And what if that snake in this like part as you pass through here is wrapped around you? Not to kill you, but like its body, its tail is wrapped around your waist, and its like head is on your shoulder as it speaks to you in this whispering voice about what it's doing to her. And like it doesn't talk like noble for, like, it's like, you know, not like that cringe I'm actually in charge, but like I actually really care for her kind of thing, but I pretend not to. But in a true, like, this is a pact and a deal, and I'm watching how far she can go. And at the end, when she falls down, I'm gonna eat her piece by piece. It'll be delectable. But until that time, I will uphold my honor in this pact, and I will lead you to her. Something like that, you know? It'd be much more interesting. But instead, they're just like, you know what it's like? It's like a shittier version of that girl from Star Rail who has the cute girl who's like a girl failure, like with who has like a big demon monster inside her as well. but she's like a cute girl failure who just kind of goes, "Oh, I'm scared," and it's just like fun and silly. And that one kind of works with the monster becoming like someone close to her because it just functions better with her character and her personality. But this one, they are just so cringe. Only strong may stand beside me. She would grow. She must hunt true danger. To crave unorthodox power, yet cling to her humanity. Tis but a savage clash of wills between her soul and theirs. Should her will falter, you'll devour her frequency. Yeah, it sounds neat. Eat her and be reborn. Well, enough to survive the dark tide. This long overdue repayment. It was the soul of those humans who saved her. You just saw an opening in her broken frequencies. Incorrect? That's no. And even if he did, who cares? He's like, she made the fucking deal. You just want to escape. Oh, well. She bore it, our soul unshaken at the border of life and death, the most perfect vessel ever known. Besides, suffering is a gift. Hell yeah, suffering is a gift. Although she learns through many. See, don't glorify suffering. Nah, fuck off. Glorify it. It's worthy of praise. Worthy of praise. Fate showed her countless tragedies, stirring her compassion, but robbing her of the power to save. They gave her a second life, but what I offered was a path to wrest her strength back from fate that she chose. She walks the path with zeal, never resting, the misery of the world born with her own weakness. So the real so she just eats the demons? Yeah, what was her real name? Yeah, whatever. We'll go ask her real name. It's probably like Red. Oh god. She's just gotta go watch her aura farming with her shotgun. No! Her shotgun! Did I shoot the shotgun with it? That's pretty cool. You know, this is not the person who desperately spends all of their time like fighting endlessly, who can wear all this really cool fashion and like engraved fucking shotguns. She is very fucking clearly not really not a bad shot. I didn't even say that. Fuck hell. I hate that. She should have responded to what I said, not fucking random bullshit that just came out anyway. Yeah, right. Let me just fight the other one. Battles with Tidespawn and the Disorders and Disorder parallel time, you need to build up frequency to activate it. Once the landlord spells teaches you another world, paradise shall be broken and the Tidespawn vulnerable. So basically I just keep fighting until I can press T. Gotcha. Keep fighting until I can press T. Yeah, bom, bom, bom. Wow, she did it all by herself. She's so cool. So fucking cool, guys. How cool and powerful is she? There we go. Win. I think I went a bit too fast there. Yeah, I went a little too fast there, actually. Oh my god. Who's this guy? You know, if they got rid of that, like, flower skirt and I could see her ass better, I'd be a bit happier with it. She's eating the people. Wow, she's saving people. Oh my god. You could just take the soul. You don't have to go so far. Discord Slayer. I've already been groomed. I have nothing left to give. My nude's already out on the internet. Please, just eat my soul. A girl said to me I was really cute and she would like to see my penis, and I sent it unthinkingly. Just hang in there, I'll find a way to save your nudes. You don't have to carry it all yourself. Sometimes it's okay to lean on someone else. Ugh, God. Oh my god, why do I have magical eyes now as well? Wow, I've saved the incomplete Discord monster.
残像を吸収する時の苦しみは人間の周波数が和らげてくれるではないか。どうせ残像になりゆく魂だ。なぜ吸収しない？
Yeah, you should eat them. Just eat them. And like, obviously the big monster's gonna say that because it's pretending to be evil. Oh, shut the fuck up. I don't care about anything. That's what separates from task at Discords. Dignity for the dead, hope for the living. I don't know. Just leave it at that, I guess. Wow, I'm such a sook.
我が力を与えたのはそんなくだらないことに使うためではない。自分の本性を解放しろ。
See, it's so not intimidating just by the way it functions. Like I said, this is like such a, like, it talks like just like a, it talks like one of those characters that clearly like likes the girl, but like tries to pretend that it doesn't. For example, what, it'd be so much easier. Look, she even got snake earrings. Why isn't it a snake whispering in her ear, preparing for her to die, but also like wanting to see how far she can go? And there's like a weird respect it has for her, but at the same time, it's fully prepared to eat her. That would be more interesting than this fake, goddamn, I'm so evil Chimera thing. I like eating birds and like pretending like I'm gonna kill you, but I would never actually do it. It's so fucking annoying.
散歩の時間は終わりだ。しばらくおとなしくしていろ。
どうやら手なずけることに成功したみたいだね。
さほど難しくはない。奴より強くなればいいだけだ。ああ、それと腹いっぱい食わせずに決まった分だけやるようにしている。
See, look, she's so cool. Taming him isn't the hard part. Becoming stronger than him is. Oh, and keeping him hungry enough to feed him on my terms. She's so cool, guys. She just accepts all these dangerous monsters into her, and she uses the evil powers. I fucking hate this so much. It could be so much more interesting.
自分が勝ったと思っているのか？我らの狩りまだ終わらん。
I mean, I got the Abby one. Yeah, fucking like this, like little like retard that I've got it. He's also like the. You know, I don't like Abby either, to be honest, and Ab's not. Even both of them are ugly. Why can't I have a tactic Discord that looks like a hot woman? That'd be nice. I think I think in the past I had like an entire rant about the idea of Abby, instead of being a little fucking mascot character, was like a super sexy fucking woman would be 10 out of 10. Or like an evil woman that kind of needed to work with you for a variety of reasons, but also had her own like desires. Man, every time I think of a new fucking idea for this game, I'm reminded about how bad it is. Power use Sentinel's power of separation. That credible little one, no wonder Carthy has the nerve to propose such a man plan. Mind sharing the plan now? Can I get the plan?
ここはパラダイスの周波数が安定していないな。レビアタンの意志は完全に主導権を握っているわけではなさそう。
Okay.
計画の前半は成功した。
So it hasn't have got complete control.
あなたは黒潮の力を持っていますが、大公社ではないようですね。
Yep, so this is the part where they had their stupid plan. Now, why the fuck was she jumping through windows? And why you got a sword out? Like, okay, are they going to explain why they did it like this? You bear the dark type power, but you know Harbinger. Good, we can avoid the long situation. If you're looking for a Harbinger tree, you must have seen it. The apocalypse, live, and will bring forth. It's meant to restrain. You remain trained by Sentinel, but I feel it stirring again. I followed its frequency and found you.
レビアタンの力の多くは
Most of Leviton's power rises me, but a fragment escaped. I've been tracking the one that carries
一部の周波数は外に
that
逃げ
power.
出してし
The
まいました。
gem. Oh yeah, the fucking.
私はあの力を握っている
It's
人を
almost 1 a.m. I
追
have
って
to
いる
sleep.
のです。
I'll be finishing this up as well in about 10 minutes, I think.
あの宝石なら
The gem was cast into
す
the
でに
dark
黒潮の中だ
tide. If this is where things are, that only leads
こ
to
の
one
状
conclusion.
況から
レ
レビアタン
ビアタンは
は
もうすぐ復活します。
Oh my god! Why? Whatever. I'll accept that they think that. That's
祭
so
司の
intense.
枷を失ったレビアタンは黒潮に戻り
The fact that their arms like dropped down like a shitty fucking PNG was like really weird.
海へ流れた水のように
Freed from the Sentinel's hole, it returns its primal state in the dark tide. Water returning to sea. We must trap it in its frequency before we can destroy it.
方法ならあります。私を使ってください。
We can use me. So she's trusting this random woman who showed up with a shotgun to
レビ
point
ア
at
タ
her.
ンの融合しようとする本能を利用するのです。レビアタンは私からずっと回収しようとしています。
So it wants
本
the
来は自分が持っていた力、
so it wants its own power
Sister
back and godhood.
あの神聖はとっくにお前の人間性と一つにな
But
って
that
いる
good has fused with your humanity. Their frequencies are nearly identical now. Wow.
だからこそレビアタンを固定できるのです。
That's how we trap it. Laverian wakes
目
up.
覚めたばかりのレビアタン
It
には
won't distinguish. It'll
情
devour
報を見
all
分ける
frequencies
力がありま
blindly.
せん。私の人間性を飲み
I
込
offer
むよ
my
うに誘導
humanity.
で
I'll
きれば
become an anchor.
私をベース
You
として
form to
レ
the
ビアタンの
formless
周
and
波
trap its
数をアンカ
frequency
ー
in
でレ
one
ビアタンが
place.
今
And now it's hiding in
黒
the
潮
dark
の中に
tide.
隠れてい
And
れ
now
ば
we're sending my humanity into a
そ
wreck.
んなことをしたら
And you know
ど
the
んな代
cost.
償を払うことになるか分か
Oh
ってい
my
るのだろ
god. She's gonna sacrifice herself.
この地を守ろうとしている皆さんやあの人を信じています。
Oh my god. She lives. They believes in
あ
me.
なたのことも
The rover that I'll just magically. I mean, to be fair, I literally have magically brought people back from death. So you know what?
私たち二人の記
Understandable.
憶を
Understandable.
黒潮は読み取れ
The
ま
dark
せん。
tide can't read it one of their minds. It can only do
私
this.
デビルハンターさん、
Discord
私が最初
Slayer.
の弾
Let
丸に
me
なります。
let me be your first bullet
そ
fire.
の
Me
銃
to
の
live
中
at
に
the top.
私の命を入れて
What? When the time comes.
時が来たらあの人たちの前でお前を殺す
Okay, so they're actually given a reason finally.
レビアタンに必要な死をもたらせるはずだ
Okay. So there actually was a reason for their pranking. Well, I mean, cover me surprised that jumping through the window because I guess it could see through our vision. So it could see us. So it was like that's why she invited over fucking Carthia, because not Carthia, the other girl with the big torpedo tits has the whispers, and I apparently had the whispers as well. So they wanted to see it happen, but then they kind of convinced later on that she can be brought back, and it was all like part of some sort of plan. So, but doesn't that reveal the plan? Yeah, it's fine, I'm sure.
その後のことはお任せしました。あなたは皆さんに誤解され疑いの刃を向けられるでしょうが
Yeah, I never really doubted her in the first
頼みま
place.
した。
She's a hot woman with a hand cannon. She was never actually going to be killing you. Like, that's so fucking obvious.
祭司の神経の剣を借り彼女の神性を分断して体に残し黒潮の弾丸で周波数を飲み込ませ人間性を黒潮の世界へ送ったわけだ
With the Sentinel's sword of divinity, we split her godhood from her humanity, leaving the divine within her. Then I fired a dark tide bullet to consume her frequency and send her humanity into the dark tide. Fucking, rather than insane plan, this feels like you just kind of made up a bunch of words again. Thanks for the
レビア
soup.
タンは情報を見分けられず人の認識の
Leviathan
影響し
can't
か受けない
distinguish the signals it receives. It's blinded by what people believe, by tricking the one closest to the blessed maiden into
彼
accepting her
女が
death.
死
We
んで
lowered
いる
the
と
guard.
信じ込ませることでしか
But I didn't really accept her death at all. Honestly, they did a bad job if that was the whole idea. Like, I'm kind of seeing the outline of the idea of this quest, but man, was it really poorly put together.
次はカルテジ
Now
ア
that
がアン
Carthia
カ
has
ーした
trapped her
名式
frequency,
の周
all
波
that's
数を
left is to
頼
gather
り
strength, reach paradise, and finish
力
the
を
line.
集めてパラダイスにたどり着きレビアタンを迎え撃つ方法を
How
考え
confident are you?
安心しろ一人で名式を倒そうとするほどうぬぼれてはいない
No, she's not that far of an edgelord.
一
Not
人
yet,
二
apparently.
人の英雄が終末で
Well, I
命
am
が
the
け
hero,
の戦いをすればいいわけじゃない。これは何千何万この狩りにおいて
Do this hunt, speak
私は
far,
一
others
足先
prepare,
に行っ
send
て
effort.
道を作っているに過ぎない。狙い
You
を
believe
定め
everyone falls on the dark side? Yep.
さあ、私は
Maybe I'm
賭けをして
gambling.
い
Freeze
るだ
up,
け
freeze
か
at
も
the
しれない
end. Fear takes hold, even brave enough to always get a blessing of
人
fate.
は終末もし災難を止
But
め
if
る
there's the
力があ
slightest
る
chance to stop Tyler, I'll take it if I stand
酒を
alone.
最後の一滴まで飲み
Oh,
干
last
した
drop of glass. I have the guts to
自
pull
分
the
に全
trigger.
てをかけるだけの最悪の場合
Worst case, I stay trapped in the heart, holding Leviathan black a little longer. That's a price I'll
少
pay.
しでも終末の降臨をそれに私は賭けに勝った違うか
Oh my god, look at that. She's so right. I bet on the right people. I really don't. I've never really
信頼って呼
disliked
ぶんだけどね。
a rollable character in the game so far. They've always been a bit cringe, but never disliked them. This is straight up dislike of this character.
オーガスタが仕掛けたアンカーストーンの位置は私なら感知できるまずは大井戸を抜け先へ行
Okay,
くほど
deeper
レ
goes
ビ
from
ア
a
タン
vine
に
middle
よる精神
continue
信
with
者
this. Oh wow, it's anti.
このカセットはラハイロイで買ってきた珍品だ
It prefers your most innate
人の
frequency.
最も本質的な周波数の記録の補助をしてくれる
Alright, thanks for
今
your
こそ
magical
使うべき
bullshit
具
to
体
save
的
me.
な原理は私も知らないが
But it's good time for music.
こういう時に音楽を聴くのも悪くない
So I basically just listen to music while I'm fighting. Okay. You showed me a bad fucking showing with music in the past game.
この歌の名前は？
通常書き込んだ人の名が付けられる
それじゃあ、あなたの本当の名前は？
Oh yeah, what's her real name? Fred!
全てが
Fred!
終わったら教えてやる
Damn it.
そうだなこれは約束だ
I'll tell you when we get back in One Piece. If this was any other type of thing, I would say that's a death flag. But given we're playing Wuthering Waves, that's probably just
準
gonna
備が
happen.
できたら出発するぞ
Yeah, I know where we're going. And where we're going is not forward, because I'm going to stop playing right now, because I'm tired. And no wait, fuck, it's gonna keep going? God, I thought I was gonna have to go through myself. Why didn't you use the elevator? Okay, Matt. Okay, damn it. I can't stop you now.
最初本来の力の使用方法も分かっている
What the fuck? Why? This music's pretty good. Why didn't they play this in other
世界を
times?
変えてみる
Wee. Whatever. Wee. Ow. I didn't press the thing fast enough. Wow. The music's nice at least. But again, all of these, like, you're flowing down something is always kind of shitty. At least the kind of neat with the changing, I guess. Oh, the music stopped. So they just had it for that one scene. It is like fucking some rock, good rock music, but it just doesn't really fit the circumstance. It like does not fit at all, really.
どうしてこんなに敵がいるの？
Stop! I wanted to stop! Why can't I find... I'm not allowed to fucking press the start button? Let me just kill these motherfuckers.
避けた方がいい。
God. Oh yeah, I've got to use her.
ところだね。
情けは無用だこいつは自分なりのつかみを得る
God, fucking...
行くよ。
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
静まれ。
Fuck you!
これも音の力に。
Go back to the girl with the shotguns, fire a bunch of shotgun rounds, press this. Press that, keep shooting with the funny shotgun. Press that, explode some stuff, teleport over here. Oh, there's more of them.
その力使わせてもらう。
Maybe I just gotta beat this boss boss first.
これも音の力に逃がしはしない。
I don't know how much more I've got to go, but I wanted to pause and like head out of this area for a bit, but apparently the game doesn't want to let me. Just shoot him with the goddamn shotgun. I usually like a character that has like dangerous kind of powers and stuff. Or like powers that are, you know, associated with like a evil entity, because usually that can do a decent job. But I just can't find myself liking Gabriella or whatever the fuck. She's just not that interesting of a character. She's too like standard, you know what I mean? She just seems like the same one you always get. She's got nothing interesting going on about her. In a game that really doesn't have anything interesting with its story elements, or, you know, is very fucking traditional to like to a detrimental degree. Bonk. I did it. Oh my god, there's one more? God damn it. Die, bastard. Oh, at least he's dying quick. Bonk. I mean, he's just little miney. That's kind of shit. I did it! Wow, look how cool I am. There we go.
何かはっきりしない歌声が世界を変えよう。ようやくたどり着いたか。これが地獄の本当の入り口だ。
Okay. So, we'll leave it here. But I think we made a pretty good progress in this damn thing. We made some pretty good damn progress. So, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. I know that potentially people who watch this, both in the VODs, because surprisingly I get a fair few views on the VODs, like, you know, views for me in terms of streaming, on VODs for the goddamn Wuthering Waves stuff. And I don't know how anyone watches this if they're really big fans of Wuthering Waves, because I just constantly shit on their game. It'd be like me watching someone play through Umineko complaining at length about it, and I'd have a million things to say. I'd be like, no, you haven't reached it. No, they justify that later. That kind of shit. Or like, you didn't go and do this, you didn't do that. Like, that's the kind of shit that I imagine people are probably saying when I see this who are Wuthering Waves fans. I don't know how anyone could enjoy it, but hey, if you do, you do. But thank you for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening, and I will catch you in the next one.